And we've already got some movement going across the screen right away there. So it is looking like a good night for a UFO, a UAP, a Skywatch. We're coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. I can already see 4 pieces of movement on the night sky there, so keep having a look out there. We'll zoom in on the good stuff. But yeah, we're looking out for UFOs, the strange and anomalous in the night sky. It is wonderfully clear out tonight there, and it is already so active, so keep your eyes peeled there for that strange movement, and we'll zoom in on the good stuff there. What are we today? It's Monday. It's Glasses Monday. Today there, how you doing, Carl? Good to see you there. How was your bank holiday weekend? How you doing, Kate, as well? Kate the on time today. Straight in. And it's a lovely clear night. We've already got lots and lots of movement, so keep your eyes peeled, guys, for, again, the strange and anomalous there. And we're going to zoom in on the good stuff there. It's wonderfully clear. Oh, wonderfully clear tonight, so I think we're going to be on for a good one there. It was good. I like the sound of that, Carl. It was busy. But that's what I always say, isn't it? It's a busy one. And Leanne reminded me I'd forgotten half of the things that I needed to do. So frantic dash today. Let's zoom in on this one here. So
zoom mode activated.
Right. So there we go. Look, we've got one coming out from behind me in a second. There we go. Right. So, there's another one over here as well. Now there are lots of satellites up there, lots of space junk, all those sorts of explainable things are there as well. So we are going to need to see another one coming in from the top, going to come down, and we need to see them do something strange. These two are going to converge almost, something that satellite just can't do. There they are, falling to earth all at 1, 2, 3, 4. There are so many. Let's follow this bright one for a bit, but we need to see it do something strange, something a satellite can't do there, like change course, change speed, change trajectory. Anything like that can indicate to us that maybe we are not looking at one of the many satellites up there. So keep your eyes on them as they travel across the screen and off there, because it only takes that last minute course correction for us to be able to separate out the anomalous from the less so there. Carl as well, thank you for the gifts, appreciate that. All goes back into the stream. Where is my cursor? There. Leanne coming in with the likes again. Appreciate the likes and the shares, guys. Tapping away helps us reach more like-minded people like yourselves. There. And thank you for feeding Alan, Carl.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
Where are we in the chat? Zoomy already. We're coming straight in there. Leanne coming in with the shares. It's been so long since we've seen the Zoomies. I know, and I am so stoked. Look, there is so many on screen at the minute. Wow, look at all of those coming through there, like in AE2. That's a nice big bright one. Keep your eyes on those. Kate coming in with the shares. Paul is in. How are you doing? And Carl coming in with the roses there. Thank you, guys. So if you are just joining us, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight there. We're looking out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see at least 5 on screen at the minute there. We're looking out for the strange and anomalous in the night sky, and we're coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So the strange is always in these skies. I'm just going to move the camera a bit because this seems to be a little bit busier over here. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of movement there towards, for you guys on TikTok, it's towards the top of the screen there. But they're in orbit, so they'll come back around. So let's keep our eyes peeled there. It's wonderfully clear. Look, there's two small ones over to this part of the screen. Let's zoom in on that.
Zoom mode activated.
There's this one and this one here, just travelling around. 2 buddies off on their space journey. Now, what are they? Interesting. Oh, that is a bright one coming in. Let's zoom in on this one. Hold on, it's going to come into shot quite soon there. I was a bit eager. There it is. All right, so it's just coming out from behind me. Look how big and bright and fast that one is. How much can we zoom in on that? Look at that one. That is reflecting a hell of a lot of light there back to us. Very interesting indeed there. Ben, it is Glasses Monday. Keep your eyes on the screen there, guys. Keep following. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a red one. 8, 9 on the screen at any one time there. God, the skies are alive. But we've got to keep our eyes on them because I said it's just that a last minute change of direction, change of speed there. Something like that can tell us that it is in fact not one of the many satellites up there. It's a bit pink. Some of the colours, like the green one yesterday was my favourite there. It's too bright to be anything normal. Some of them are quite different, aren't they? You think so? It's got to be, if it is a satellite there, Ben?
Nom nom nom. Thanks,
if it's a satellite,
guys.
therefore it's got to be closer to us, and therefore more reflective area versus the distance, and therefore will appear lighter. Let's zoom in on that. Look at that one. That is reflecting a hell of a lot of light there back to us. Very interesting. Indeed there. Ben, it is Glasses Monday. Keep your eyes on the screen there, guys. Keep following. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a red one. 8, 9 on the screen at any one time there. God, the skies are alive. But we've got to keep our eyes on them because I said it's just that a last minute change of direction, change of speed there. Something like that can tell us that it is in fact not one of the many satellites up there. But you look at some of them are travelling at the same speed, which would suggest a similar altitude, and they're much, much dimmer. So how does that work? Let's figure that one out. But that's what we're all here for tonight. Oh, look, space bumps. OGV in the house. How are you doing? There. And yeah, well, no, we are up to date with the chat. We'll make the most of that one. I'm sure it's going to be a busy one tonight because the skies are alive. Absolutely packed. And I think we've got another good day for it tomorrow as well. So that is going to be exciting. It'll be the first time that I travel back from work on the train and it's not dark for a year. That's going to be a novelty. Actually, it might be by that time. Might not be quite there yet, getting excited. Look, there's two coming in down there. Or up there, I should say, depending on your point of view. Let us know the grid references are the good ones, guys, and we can zoom in on all of those there. But we are looking for strange flashing, movement anomalies, staying still, changing speed, changing trajectory, things like that that could point to us. Oh my god, look, there's 4 together here.
Zoom mode
I don't think we've seen this formation before, guys. Coming in here now, look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Says there's another one just a bit off screen for you there. And they seem to be roughly maintaining that separation there. So I think they're going to be at similar altitudes. Oh no, that one's falling behind a bit. So that was probably a bit further away then. But these two and that one are probably... Oh, sorry guys, they're probably the same. Look at that. Some very interesting things in the night sky tonight. So, and we are already off to a good start there. Harker, how are you doing? Thank you for the gifts there. Appreciate that. All goes back into the stream. Help us improve what we do there. Ben, TikTok didn't even show you. Was live. Had to search your account there. Ben, I appreciate the commitment. Yeah, TikTok does not like us. No idea why. There. Good spot in there, Ben. It is very, very busy tonight there. Did you see the silly images? I haven't been on today. I haven't at all. I've been slacking so much. One day I will catch up, but I will check them out in a minute, Tarko. I'm looking forward to seeing them there. Rico as well, where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you in there. If you're new here, guys, do say hello in the chat. Let us know where you're all watching from. How do you feel about the UFO, UAP phenomena? But most importantly, keep your eyes on the screen there. Keep watching that movement because we need to see it do something strange. Satellites will follow straight, predictable paths at consistent speeds. If we see any variation, that is when we know we have got something very interesting indeed there. M to the C, loving the stickers there. V, very strange indeed. That flashing green one from yesterday, though, that might be... It's contesting to my all-time favourites there. Not quite sure if it's as good as the bright orange thing that we saw that time, but yesterday's sighting was absolutely incredible, and I'm expecting that we shall see similar things today there. Manus had overdue today. Use all your credits in one day there. Keep... Oh, A2, good spot in there. I'm a bit belate. Gliders is in. How are you doing there? Went from the bottom up. And D3V, all right. There is so much movement tonight. I can't keep on top of it all there. Hello, Cincinnati. I love that as well. How are your skies? Have you ever seen anything strange? Welcome aboard here. We're currently live, guys, from Crop Circle country here in the UK. It's the county of Wiltshire. We are about 10 minutes down the road from Stonehenge and not too far in the other direction there to Glastonbury. So it's a very ancient and mystical landscape here with a long history of the phenomena. This little town itself has histories of the UFO, so that's what we're doing. We're spotting for the strange and anomalous in the night sky tonight, and you can help us on that one there. 30 plus minutes to see all the ones. It's good at night when I'm like going to bed. I can scroll through them there. And another one. Yeah, keep it up. There is a lot today are there. Oh, excuse me, Carl. Could they be from Artemis there, like the rocket sections and things? You know what? I don't know. I know some of the ones are quite low down, so they don't end up going into orbit. But from moon missions, 100%, those separate stages that they jettison there. I mean, we're still getting tricked by some of the Apollo ones every now and again. Look, there's two really close together here. We're still getting the Apollo ones that will throw off the
Zoom mode activated.
The scientists and go, what the hell's that? And then they'll realise it's an old Apollo booster. Look at these two together going off and their interstellar business there. Say interstellar, they're probably in orbit. 1, 2, 3, 4, faint one down there, 5. The skies are alive. Very, very busy, 100%. That's why I need to get that tracker working. It's had a right sulk today. I'm not even trying it there. Throttling it earlier. But odd there, how you doing? The sky is full of movement. When I first got this camera set up and started looking to the night sky, I was blown away by just how much movement there is in the night sky. I had no idea how busy it was. And there's probably more than this, but we're probably missing it. Let's zoom in on this one here. Look at that one. So what we're seeing now is all those objects in sort of our atmosphere there within low Earth orbit. They are reflecting that sun's light back to us there. So the sun may have gone around for us here on the surface, but because it's not gone fully round yet, it is still able to bounce that light. Look, that's a big one there in the middle of the screen. It's fading out a bit, but there we go. It's still able to reflect that light back to us if it's off of the surface. Now, as the night draws on, the sun goes further around, and we'll see less and less and less. And that is how we see all of these objects there. They're not necessarily emitting light. Satellites don't emit light there. They're not big lighthouses. They're just reflecting it there. The solar panels are quite reflective, and things like that there. But UFOs appear that they may actually emit light themselves as part of their propulsions. That could be what we're seeing to some degree, but it's all going to look very similar to us. We have to rely on the movements there. Anything strange in how they're moving and behaving, satellites are quite boring. They follow straight paths at consistent speeds there. Any variation to that, and we know we've got something more interesting. Keep your eyes. There's a nice big one in the middle of the screen just up there, guys. And Josh, have you seen Project Hail Mary there? It's your favourite film in years. I am so excited to see it, but I haven't seen it yet. I am very much looking forward to hopefully finding time there. It's TikTok having a sulk there. There is so many tonight. It's actually caught me a bit off guard there, racing each other V. Ah, Rosetta the Thief is in tonight. Yes, I haven't told Leanne about your actions. How are you? You enjoying your holiday to Warminster? They're coming back with your illicit souvenirs. And none have been as bright as that first one. Well, this brightness, again, if that is correlated to size and reflectivity there, I mean, satellites do tend to be roughly of a fixed sort of size. There is variation, but if you're seeing something that is dramatically brighter, like when the ISS goes over, that is very, very big and bright, and that is very large. But there's not much up there that is as bright and as large as that one there. Michael as well there, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? He's like Star Wars. When we get the tracker on and we get all those lines across the screen, 100% there. Astro, it's crazy, it really is there. And Lejeanette's there as well. Can you show the moon? So we can't at the minute, sadly, because it's not round. It's not up for us at the minute. But we do a moon watch, so I don't know if this is going to work today. Is that going to work? There we go. That's what it looks like when we do a moon watch there. Got a good lens. We see all the craters, all the details. Talk about how weird the moon is there, but we have to wait for it to be up, and it's the moon. I didn't realise this until we started doing it. It's normally around the beginning of the month, end to the beginning of the month. That's normally when it's up for us in this part of the sky. Look how busy it is. Keep your eyes on them. We can zoom in on the anomalous ones there. Josh as well coming in with the shares. Janie, thank you for the gifts. Appreciate all of those. And Josh as well for the roses. Harco, Ben too. Missing a few of those guys. Appreciate that. All of the gifts, the subs, the Patreons, all does go back into the stream, help us improve what we are doing there now. I'm fighting TikTok's chat here. Let's see where we got to. Scrolling down there, The Thief, and Josh there. Oh, it's a great film. I've been looking forward to it. I loved The Martian. I think it's a brilliant writer, so I'm very much looking to this. And they're talking about in that film the stars that we sometimes see here, and we talk about when we're doing our alien radio signal hunts. That I think is it Tau Ceti. We did a special once when we purposely just pointed our dish at Tau Ceti there, listening out for potential alien radio signals, because it has a history of potentially sending us anomalous signals. There may be life there, and it's always good, isn't it, when you're seeing on TV the places that we're actually looking of an evening there. And V there, thank you for the star, appreciate that. But guys, do make sure you are following us. We do something like this every night. So if it's a clear night like tonight, we're doing this, the UFO UAP, a Skywatch coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. God, there's so many on screen at the minute. I've given up zooming in until they do something anomalous. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8 on screen. The 9 one coming in from the top there. Gotta keep an eye on that one. That's a bit red. Interesting. I think 9's the record now. But yeah, we do the UFO, this one, UAP Skywatch, when it's a clear night. When it's cloudy, we do an alien radio signal hunt there. We've got a big dish, point it to the night sky, listening out there to see if ET feels like saying hello, or the moon watch there if it's up and we can be bothered. Now this one is a bit red. Let's zoom in on this one. This is a bit strange.
Zoom mode activated.
If it wants to work, there you go. This is a bit red, it's a bit orange. No, hold on, let's get, there we go. This one. That's a bit different, isn't it? See all the white coloration, look at that. I didn't realise how alive the skies was. Yesterday we had an amazing one that was kind of pulsing, flashing away there, but it was green. Absolutely stunning that was to see. So that is a bit red, that one. Very, very interesting. as I was going off screen. So we've got all of this movement on screen, guys, but we need you to keep your eyes on it. Keep your eyes peeled for that anomalous movement, the behaviour there. If it does something a satellite can't do there, like stopping dead, shooting off at speed, changing course to trajectory there. Josie as well, thank you for the gifts. Rio is in there. And B, Rosetta can't stop laughing at you, Pinch. Yeah, she did. Thief there, Harker coming in with the square Allens there. And Claire as well, thank you for the follow, and ... as well there, thank you for the follow, guys. Harker, keep up with the good spotting there. Guys, let us know where you're all watching from tonight. It's good to have you all in. Say hello in the chat. Might take me a minute to get to you there, but do say hello. Let us know how you feel about the UFO stuff there. Ask away any questions. There, it's busy. It is very busy tonight. So I'm going to get my summer voice on when I don't get a chance to breathe there, because I'm trying to get through the chat there. Did you walk past us in the town earlier? I may have done. I was out for a coffee earlier in a world of my own. So it may well have been me there. And is that the Pleiades constellation in D3? You know what? I don't know. I think it is. I think it is, Janie. But I am not 100% on that. We can zoom in on that one as well in a bit there. Keep up the good spot in Harco. And Project Hail Mary is above Interstellar and The Martian for me now. Absolutely amazing. Just the trailers for it. And the premise, the little I know about it, I've purposely not looked for spoilers, but it hooked me there. And the idea, so all I know roughly from the trailers there is there's something looking like it's affecting stars, including our star, around us in the galaxy there, like destroying them. There's some sort of infection going from star to star, but there's one star that seems to be immune from it, so they send a mission to have a look and see what the reason is why it's immune, and can that help us there. And oh, we've had a sulk. Is it going to go back? Sorry, guys. There we go. Oh, we've lost a little bit of the quality there. Let me fix that. But we are actually seeing some strange behaviour. Oh, there we go. That's gone weird. We are seeing some strange behaviour in certain stars within our galaxy, all clustered and all sun-like stars. So it does actually kind of remind me a little bit of what might be going on in real life there. We are seeing some very strange behaviour with some stars there. I think I should get an extra stamp in my passport there for making a pilgrimage to the source there. Actually, Rosetta, maybe we'll have to put your manual star in for that one. The pilgrimage, I like that. There, Gliders. Oh, it's so amazing to see the sky being alive there. Kate coming and V coming in with the stickers there. Arco, good spotting. There, Must Plaster. Just watched the Hail Mary, an amazing film there. It's very much on my list there. That's all you need to know to avoid everything else. Yeah, I'm going to keep, because I do want to see it. I want to have that cinematics. Look how bright that bastard is there. Look at that one. Come on, cursor.
Zoom mode activated.
Look at that. There we go. The brightness of that is a bit anomalous there compared to the others. Look how bright. It is fast, so it means it could be closer. But very interesting. That one there. That's all you need to know. Oh, no, they're not in there. And they're low in the western sky, so could well be Pleiades. So, actually, yeah, that is the right position there. Thank you, Rosetta, for the confirmation. It could well be, most likely there. It's a better picture now. If only it was consistent, V. This bloody camera there. Spot on there. Oh, it isn't it, Rachel? Oh, that's a shame. We're close by, though. Do we know which one it is there? And hello. There, Harker there. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciating all of that. And the good spot in there. Huge one up. Oh, that was the one we zoomed in on. That was very big and bright there. And how big must that be? This is the thing. Look at the ones we've got on the screen now. If they're the standard size, how big would that one have to be that bright, that reflective to us there? And so purple. Some of those stars, I can't wait for Vega to come back in range for us there. What constellation are we pointing at? I have no idea, Rosetta. That's the problem. We are southwest. It's pointing to the southwest, somewhere like that. You know where we are. There, and Bonzo as well. Thank you for the follow there. Where are you joining us from tonight? There, it's good to have you in there. Harco loving the stickers there. It's still a cluster, though. It is a cute cluster there. Right, there we go. We are up to it there. Scorpius, is that a contender? Look at how busy the skies are tonight there. Fat Dave as well coming in with the likes. Appreciate those. Guys, it is the tapping away, the likes, the shares there that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds we get looking at the phenomena, coming in here, sharing their experiences, the more we can all piece this puzzle together there. So we do appreciate that one. There isn't Stephen. Oh, sorry, isn't the Seven Sisters? Isn't the Seven Sisters? Can confirm that one. Yeah, there does look to be a few there. And I love when you have your specs on the suit. Thank you, Viz. Very kind. I'm starting to think you might be sarcastic now. After, I mean, the specs aren't a good look. Not unless you're a 70s serial killer. There. It's Glasses Monday. There, and that's a lot between A and B there. Reminds me of a horse. Is there a horse constellation there? Constipation. You know, there probably isn't. It probably looks nothing like a horse there. Oh, Miser 41. Good contender. Oh, and Hercules. I mean, I don't know anything about it there. And Cleveland, Ohio. We've getting a few of you guys the last couple of nights in from Ohio, and you're very welcome. So it's good to have you in. How are the skies in Ohio there? I've got a very romanticized image of what Ohio's like there. But have you ever seen anything strange at yourself there in the night skies? Anyway, guys, it is good to have you all in. We are doing a live UFO, a UAP, a Skywatch tonight. We are looking out for the strange and anomalous in the night skies live from Wiltshire in the UK. We are right in the heart of crop circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. So do make sure you are following. We do something like this every night. So if it's a clear sky, we're doing this at the UFO, UAP, Skywatch. If it is a cloudy night, then we do an alien radio signal hunt. We use a big antenna there pointing up to the night sky, and we listen on a frequency called the hydrogen line. That is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize that if aliens are out there, that's where they would put the message, hello, is anybody else out there? And also if the moon's up, that's what that looks like. See all the craters, all the details, and talk about how weird the moon is. So we'll want to see you for those journeys there. Oh, you did a screenshot. Well done there, Rachel. Let us know what you come back with there. And P1, which one's P1? There. I think we're up. Yeah, no, we're up to date with the chat. There we go. So yeah, we're looking out for the strange and anomalous, and we are going to see lots of movements in the night sky tonight. Oh, hello.
Sam, when can I do more colouring in? I've got aliens to colour in.
We'll do it on the next cloudy night.
Okay.
And then you can do some more. You can do the finger painting stream after that.
Can these live in here because they're aliens?
If they must. You just wanted to get out of your room.
Yep.
Oh, Ben, D2 there. Oh, that is a bright one. Let's have a look at that one. Right.
Zoom mode activated.
Look how big and bright this one is. Now, oh, look, there's a faint one just passing by there. So we are looking for it to do something strange there. Something a satellite just can't do. There are tens of thousands, or tens of thousands yet. There's about 16,000 satellites up there at the minute. There. So we're going to filter out those. But the way we're going to do that is by its movement, is by its behaviour there. Satellites are falling to Earth in a big circle there, and every sort of loop they get a little bit closer every time. And about once a month, those satellites will boost themselves back up to a suitable orbit there. So, where are we? Where's my code? So any changes that they make to their speed, to their course, to their trajectory, anything like that, is very subtle. We don't really notice it from down here, but until we can see it do something strange, we have to assume it's probably just a satellite there. But keep your eyes peeled, because every now and again they do something strange, and then we can zoom in on those. Oh, that's a fast one coming in from behind me. Keep your eyes there. And Mr. Strange, what are we using to do this? Good question. So this is a Sony. Oh, what's that? It's the first question. So first of all, probably satellites. But this is a bright one coming in here. Probably satellite space junk. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So many. But it's very hard to tell. There's a lot of them up there. But until it does something strange, until ET realises he's left the gas on, and does an interstellar handbrake turn over the camera, then yeah, we can't say for sure otherwise. But we do spot quite a lot of anomalous things. Things that do not act in the ways that satellites will act. So keep your eyes peeled, keep your eyes on it, even if it has been boring and straight. Oh my god, look how bright that one is. That is. And it's more circular. Look at that one. That one's interesting. We're going to lose it off the screen in a second. There are so many anomalies here of size and shape there. So they're not all going to be satellites, but it's hard for us to confirm until they do something strange there. And V coming in with the sticker. So what are we using? It's a Sony A7 camera there, but the trick is the lens. You need to have a lot of light that gets let in for it there. Scorpius or the double cluster, hard to tell. But thank you, Rachel, for narrowing that one down there. Is it? Well, it might definitely be the Pleiades. I mean, we are letting in a lot of lights. We are going to see more stars, but I mean, I don't know there. The interstellar handbrake turn, that is what we need to see there. Now, we are asking quite a lot there, because the straightest path, the most efficient path from A to B, is going to be a straight line there. So ET up there flying away, it's going to look very similar to a satellite for us there. And we are hoping, they said, that he's done something like forgotten his keys, has to turn around, whatever it might be there. Not every ET is going to do that. So we probably will be writing off a few potential UFOs and writing them off as satellites. But it's the only way that we can tell really from down here at the moment. We are working on tracking software though, which will hopefully help us filter out those ones tonight. Tony, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And where are we? This one is a funny shape one. That was a big one, wasn't it there? You're calling it anomalous. Yeah, anonymous. That one, it was a big one. It was big. And hit the button. Okay, I think I will.
Anomalous object confirmed.
It is. I mean, this is the thing. When you've got a lens like this that lets in more light, all of the apps that you use to try and pinpoint things, unless you have got some really clear markers, like one of the obvious constellations. I mean, Vega was a good one because it was very big and bright and all that. But you let in so many other stars in the background there, it's really hard to orientate yourself. The other thing as well is that you guys on the TikTok, the camera's like that, and we're turning it like that as well. So it kind of gives a bit of an angle on it there. Perhaps it is a large mystery. It probably is a large mystery there. And how come they move in a direction? So this is one of the interesting things there. So I think it is about 16,000 or so satellites up there now. And what they're doing is that they're falling to Earth in a big circle. That is an orbit around the planet. And you'll notice that all the ones we're seeing at the minute, they're mostly following those straight paths, which is it's their orbit, their circle around the planet there. They're falling to Earth, essentially, but they're just kind of going around in the way that they're doing it. So for us to see, if we see one of them stop dead, change its speed, change its course, change its direction, then we know satellites just cannot do that. There's a lot of them to filter out, but they cannot stop dead up there. It takes a lot of energy for them to do that. They can't move, they can't really change their speed, all of that sort of stuff. So that for us is an immediate anomaly there. But there are other things, certain brightnesses, shapes, sizes there. You kind of get an eye to be able to filter out which ones are possibly all of those many satellites there. And you forgot his passport there, Ben. What's the first one there? And Winch, how are you doing there? There's a lot of stuff flying about tonight. There really is. And interestingly, there is every night as well, but we just don't always see it. Over winter, it's been quite dead.
Zoom mode
Look
activated.
at how orange this one is in comparison as well. So reflected light isn't really going to be that orange in contrast, is it? If you look at all the others we've seen, they've been a nice clear white, but that is distinctly orange. Now, somebody did say a while ago, oh, then it might be, I think the old Soviets there, the Russians, they used sort of a gold reflective installation on their satellites, so maybe that's what's giving it that orange colour. But I didn't know if it was going to be that strong. Where's it gone? We've lost it now. That's a slow-moving one there as well. Look how slow that one's going compared to the orange one up here. Shooting off now. Very interesting indeed, but the skies are alive. We have to keep our eyes peeled for those anomalies there amongst all of the activity there. Just googled the screenshot that I took of the cluster, and Google said it is the Pleiades there. I know we are letting in more light, so maybe that's why it looks a bit different, because we're seeing more stars in it. So to the human eye, you can see, oh my god, no, I'm thinking, no, I'm going to sharp on that one because I can't remember my constellations there. But thank you for looking into it there. And can you zoom in on the cluster in D3? Okay, I'll zoom in there now. I'm a few messages behind, guys, but I will get to them there. There we go. So with your eye, you will not be able to see all of these stars, just the brightest ones here. But this camera lets in about 2.5 times the light that the human eye can see. That's another movement there as well. All flashing in a B3. Keep your eye on that. Where is that? Around here. This is B3, I think. Keep your eyes peeled for that, because flashing can be anomalous as well though. Wonder why it's so active. I can only think it is just, now we've had the clocks jump. We're getting on closer to it just about getting dark, combined with it being a really clear sky there. Never seen so many at once. I remember once in the summer, and because this is, we're not quite on the full year yet, so it's a bit, probably another month's time. I just got it all working, just got the right lens on, and there was like 14 objects moving across the sky at any one time. I thought, oh my god, we've cracked it. So many UFOs are there. Tony, Sheffield, excellent. We are based in Wiltshire, just down the road. So anywhere in the UK is just down the road. It's not that far, is it? But yeah, we are down the road from Stonehenge there, right in the heart of Crop Circle country. Welcome aboard, Tony. Have you ever seen anything strange yourself there? And Jay, I like this, and I'm glad you do. And we like having you in, Jake. Feel free to ask any questions. If you had an experience, a story, do ask away there. We welcome the chat. We want to hear everybody's experiences. And also, guys, if you have got any questions about what we're doing, how we're doing it, anything like that, do ask away. There's no silly questions here. And if you're curious, somebody else in the chat will be as well there. And Claire, what is moving through B2? So we don't fully know, but we lean to the side that it's probably going to be a satellite until we know otherwise. So you've got all of those. Oh, I just saw that flashing. Oh, there's a flashing moving one. Maybe we'll zoom in on that one in a second. Where is it? There. This one's faded out now. Hold on, where is it? Maybe it'll fade back in. Here. Got nice. It's faint at the second, but it might fade back in. Nope, it's not doing it. That was a waste. But yeah, so there's going to be lots of satellites up there reflecting some of that sunlight back. Now the sun has kind of gone round, but not fully round this evening. So we need to keep our eyes peeled, because the way we're going to tell apart all the satellites versus the anomalous is, again, by their behaviour. Are they doing something strange, something a satellite just can't do there? And Jay as well, welcome aboard. Good to have you in. Where are you joining us from tonight? And Winch, what's all them things moving and not satellites? So most of them will be, because there are just so many of them up there. Just so many. But you're right, not all of them. Not all of them at all. In fact, if you pay attention, we normally see at least once, maybe twice, especially how busy it is per stream. We'll see one of them do something strange. Something a satellite just cannot do there. So you've got to keep your eyes peeled. You've got to follow it across the screen. Because it only takes that one, change of course, change of speed there. Sometimes it's flashing as well. Something anomalous like that could tell us that it is definitely not a satellite. But even the ones that we do say, hey, they are probably just satellites there, we don't know for sure. We just have quite a high bar to say otherwise there. It's the only way we can do any sort of filtering from down here at the minute there. And well done, Janie, there for the screenshot there. Just googled it. It does look like the Pleiades. Oh, look at that's a flasher. Hold on, let's scroll on then this one.
Zoom mode activated.
There you go. Look at this one flashing away here. That's quite a big flash, or quite a fast flash there. Ooh, where's it gone? Off the screen. There. So what's happening there is that whatever that object is it's rotating, and therefore the larger, more reflective side, as that comes round on its rotation, is reflecting that sun's light back to us every time, causing that flashing effect there. Jay coming in with the shares, appreciate that, guys. It is the likes and shares that helps us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves there. And the more eyes and minds we can get on the phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. Zen is in. How are you doing there over on the tubes, Zen? Speaking of which, guys, if you want to have a better version of the experience there, horizontal view over there on the tubes and the Twitch at the thing UFO. Chat is much quieter over there, but you can see the camera the right way up there. I'll have to check that out in a second there, Harker. Oh, technical issue. They're good spotting there, Rosetta. Oh, you spotted the golden one. I'm only just up to that point in the chat now. 4 in view at one point. We had 9 earlier, Big Bear. It is so busy. So busy. Definitely a space bee. What's the right colour? There, and surely satellites aren't orange. Are looking at right exactly, Rachel. So like, if this is reflected light, you know, the range of colours we're seeing is very, very strange with some of those ones. And you can see the dippy shape there. Well, that one was quite round as well there. You can't get your bearings on Stellarium. Oh, I've given up with that. We used to match it up with Stellarium, but it's just too much of a pain in the arse there. And we don't get to see the Scorpius constellation in Scotland, but Sam should be able to. Oh, really? Over that distance? There's a difference there. That's cool. Jay there and Harko, thank you for the gifts, guys. Appreciate those. It all goes back into the stream there. Flash again, same position in B3. So, stationary flashing is also very, very anomalous. Everything up there is in motion. It should be moving. It actually takes quite a lot of energy to appear to us to stand still, to match our relative speed, other than geostationary satellites. But they are around the equator, and so there should be none of those in the patch of sky that we are looking at now. So if there's anything up there that is staying still long enough to flash back to us multiple times, it's very, very anomalous there. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. And Jesus, the Jesus, good to have you in there. It's an important weekend for you there. Did you get a lot of eggs? And I'll be in Wiltshire next weekend on holiday for a week. I can't wait. We'll keep your eyes to the skies. Hopefully it'll be good weather for you. Whereabouts in Wiltshire? Tony, I have seen a craft fly over my house there, no noise, beautiful colours, and I've never seen before. Now that is a phenomenal experience. So the lack of noise, the lack of obvious propulsion is one of the key identifiers here of UFOs, makes them unidentified there. So you mentioned the colours. What colours was it? And could you see like the actual shape of the craft rather than just being like a bright light? Because I've seen, doing this, lots of strange lights and the movements of the lights, but I've never seen like a clear triangular craft outline or like a saucer, the classic saucer type there. Did you see that, or was it the just a big bright anomalous light there? And Ouija, why are no stars on Artemis 2 stream? Good question. So, I don't know, is the answer to that one. I know on the surface that it's actually too bright to see the stars because of the reflected light from the surface of the moon. That's what they say. But actually out of the windows, don't know. You would have thought you'd see a lot there. Not a lot of light pollution there, but keep your eyes on the movement we've got on screen, so it's a good question. From the Tox perspective, where is your horizon? That's down. So correct is this way. If I was up, oh my, that's it. I can't do that now. I'm too old for that there. Alan, show yourself. Did he miss one? Who did he miss? There you are, a little red there. Seen S4, Bob Lazar. Yeah, I have. We did an emergency movie club on Saturday to see it there. I really, really enjoyed it, but it was very, very good. But I do have questions. I always have questions there. Harko there. Oh, can't you make the software let the dot remain 3 seconds so you can see the moving one as a 3-second track? I can try. At the minute, it's having trouble. It's actually got worse. So I'm even having trouble just getting it to where it was before. Often the ways these work, you try and fix things and then they end up worse there. You demand humans to play with there, to probe Zen. Can confirm, definitely looks like a, what is that, open star cluster? Cluster? That's not a word. Oh my god. There. I got to follow you. I've pointed out what's the shape of the stars in for we'd be able to see with the eyes. Okay. Is that on Discord for that one? Oh, that's a big bright one coming in. Keep your eyes peeled there. V?
Nom nom nom, thanks,
Thank you for
guys.
feeding Alan. Got a big bright one coming in from behind my square now. If you're on the tubes, you're about to see it directly above us there. Keep your eyes looking for that there. We do have a plane, Harker. I can hear a plane, but we would see it flashing away on the screen if it's a helicopter. We'll see if it comes over. It'd be interesting if it does. Alex there, the flash in B3 on the left bottom side. There you go. There's the bright one coming up now. Keep your eyes on that. I'll keep an eye out for the zoom. Maybe the flash, maybe we can zoom in on it there and point at the moon to see if we can see the craft. Sadly, we can't. The moon isn't up for us this part where we are at the minute there. When it is up, it is so bright. I'd be very unlikely to be able to see it, sadly. Just the moon, it's like turning a torch on it, destroys your night vision. All you can see is the moon. But we will try next time the moon is up. Some noise there. And keep up the good spot in there, Rio and Harko. So annoying that there are so many street lights near this backyard. I can't point the camera that way. It's too bright, Rosetta, actually, in that direction. Skywatch has a lot of open star clusters too. I will forget it all, but I do. Hopefully a little bit will go in there. And Winch, probably they all left the moon because of that Artemis poking about at the moon. I said the other day it's because they're kind of flowing or going to fly around the back of the moon there. It's going to be like, you know, when your relatives show up unannounced, like, turn the lights off, pretend we're not in. They're just going to be like blowing out their candles near the side of the moon. Like, we're not here, we don't want them to see us. There. Pleiades looks like a mini dipper, and that cluster doesn't look like those. Oh, that was a shooting star, a very faint one going across the screen there, and Josh is in as well. Just a YouTube video about a man who went out where the midshift, the mineshaft where Kenny Veach went, and the other guy said that he could feel the vibrations, and he thinks a UFO took Kenny Veach. That froze in one place. He's an interesting one. He was, you know, lost, wasn't he, when he was apparently looking for the M cave, which was an interesting cave somewhere out in the desert near some military training ranges. I'm going to zoom in. Once I've caught up with the chat, V, I'm going to zoom in on the weird flashing one. That's a nice bright one. Keep your eyes on it, guys, because we do need to see it do something strange. We need to see it stop dead, shoot off at speed, change its course, change trajectory, something like that that tells us that it is not one of the many, many satellites flying around up there. Where is my thing gone? There we go. Oh, Lincolnshire in 2001 had a big triangle hover over us whilst fishing about 200 foot above us. And it slowly moved away. Now, I would love to see the triangle. They are meant to be, aren't they? Not all of them, but most of them are meant to be the reverse-engineered TR-3Bs by the Americans there, based on alien technology. I wonder if that's the sort of thing that they would tease us with first, with disclosure there. You're 20 years plus there. There's a few years on the plus, Arco. And Adele there, hope you had a good Easter. Thank you. I hope you did too. Yes, we had a lovely one there. Sadly, I don't get many eggs as I did when I was younger. Very, very disappointed there. Almost through them now. Oh, Devices. That is just up the road from us there. And it was very low and round there. The colours were multicoloured, spinning heading north. So you don't, in the classic cases, you hear a lot about the colourful lights around it and all that sort of stuff. You still hear it occasionally, but not as much. But to be that close will be phenomenal there. And Adele there, my boyfriend loves Alan. I keep warning you guys, Alan is a little tyrant, but yet you still all welcome him into your home. You're all out there buying your own Allens. He's a nightmare. There, keep up the good spot in Harco. I'm almost up with the chat there. And why do folks think it looks like the Pleiades? I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what it looks like up there. And it is displayed as a little triangle cluster that is on Stellarium. Keep it up. And I was speechless. The thing is, I asked to see one and promised not to photo it, and then one showed. That's very interesting, Tone, because there is meant to be a connection with consciousness there. And I don't know sometimes if it's necessarily as literal as asking there, but people do meditative practices, kind of open themselves up to the experiences, and apparently they do. That does happen. There is a connection to that, so it's very interesting. That is something that we want to try, because we occasionally take the Skywatch here on the road to the old Iron Age hill forts that surround the town, and our big plan is actually to do one from Stonehenge, because at night you can get quite close. But we want to start when we're doing that on location and maybe dabbling in the sort of that sort of connection there, the summoning, the CE5 there. Can the scope track itself onto specific? Sadly not. No, it's just a manual left, right, up and down there. And it's Meki there. Thank you for the follow. Good to have you in. Where are you joining us from tonight? And thank you for the shares there, guys. It is the shares and the likes that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds we get on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. But if you are just joining us, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight, coming to you from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So these guys are alive with the strange and anomalous. Keep your eyes peeled. There's lots of movement tonight, but we are looking out for anomalous movement there. We need to see these objects do things that satellites just cannot do, and that's going to help us filter out all of that stuff that is up there and explainable versus the anomalous. We've already had some interesting candidates tonight, haven't we? I've had at least two, I think, and last night we had a fantastic one there. So do keep your eyes peeled there, and do make sure you're following as well. So we do something like this every night. There, a few air bases, you're right, it's very active. We're right on the edge of Salisbury Plain here. So we do get a lot of military activity there, and we did get caught out. Well, I got caught out. Excuse me, by flares. I know that one is used constantly to dispel the UFO phenomena, but if you actually see the military dropping flares at night, they do look quite odd. And I've seen flares before, so I'm surprised this one caught me out, but they did. V coming in with the hashtags there, because it is the hashtags, the likes, the shares that does help us reach more and more like-minded people like yourselves there. And I'm colourblind, so couldn't tell the colours, only that I've never seen those particular ones. Isn't that just beautiful? The idea that maybe there is colours out there that we haven't yet experienced and seen. I think that would be awesome to witness something like that. And Adele there, my boyfriend, listens while I'm watching and always laughs when Alan makes an appearance there. Well, Alan is always here. Alan, you got anything to say?
It's me, Alan, the real star of the show.
There we go. Alan just likes to assert his dominance, make sure I don't get too big for my boots there. Wow, we've got a few on screen at the minute there. Where are we? And Dr. Jimmy there. Oh, I'm from West Wales there, Little Haven. And, well, the sea in front is strange. So, Wales is very, very active for the phenomena. I imagine you've got some fantastic skies. Have you seen anything strange there, Dr. Jim? I'd love to hear about that there. And I saw 7 lights flying toward the Big Dipper and disappeared one after the other. Were they in like a perfectly straight line? That is very interesting there. And it reminds me of the evidence from, is it Dr. Beatrice Villarreal, who went through the old photographic plates from the observatories. And in some of these images, there were what appeared to be stars. And then at the same part of the sky taken an hour later, the stars had disappeared. Now, stars don't really do that. And what's really interesting is these historic plates were taken before man-made satellites, before anything man-made was up in orbit. So what were those things that they'd set? It definitely reminds me of that there. Rosetta, you don't strike me as a person that is normally 1000% happy to be wrong. And they're at 25k already. Well done, guys. Do appreciate that. And I saw 7 lights flying towards the big... Oh, no, I've done that one. And one after in Cannock Chase as well. Again, Cannock Chase has got a lot of interesting history there in the general weird as well as the UFO there. Seriously, what end of the screen is your horizon? I told you, Kate, the second, that's down. So, like, if I'm like this is the correct way up. So, like, that is up, that's down, left and right. That's what it's like. So, with the camera's on its side like that for you guys on the TikTok. And apparently Andromeda is about to merge with our Milky Way, and will that be interesting? Well, that will be interesting, Jay. So thankfully it's going to take quite a few million years to do that, but technically it has. The outer arms of our galaxy and the outer arms of Andromeda, and they're very thin. It's not that you can really tell, but they are ever so starting to just interact. Now, we don't really want to be around for that, because that's going to be quite chaotic there. All those gravitational interactions would be bad news for anybody down here or on any of the planets that kind of get close. But that's interesting, isn't it there? So it's a future problem. It's a few million years there. Sometimes we can see Andromeda. Now, I expect we won't be able to tonight, but in a couple of months' time, Andromeda will be in our field of view there. And all of these dots that we are seeing on the screen, where's my cursor? So this one here. These are other stars like our sun. They're some bigger, some brighter, some cooler, some hotter there. But nonetheless, they're all big fusion reactions in the night sky, most of these that we're seeing now. And they've all got their own planets in orbit. Andromeda is a whole other galaxy with billions of its own stars, and then billions again of planets around those stars. But when we do see Andromeda, it kind of looks like a star like this, but smudged is the only way we can describe it there. Where are we? Let me catch up in here. And Kentish Cupboard. Yeah, we have seen some interesting things tonight there. Interesting things. I don't know if they're a slam dunk, but they are definitely interesting. Last night, though, we saw a very, very interesting green flashing object up there. Very, very strange. I saw 7 lights flying towards the Big Dipper and disappear. Oh no, I've done that one again. It takes me a minute to read the comments there. And have you seen anything yourself? Yes, Tony, yes. So we only doing this. This was part of the reason for starting this stream. One of the reasons was moving here to the country last year from Essex, which is very light polluted there. So I never really paid much attention to the sky. I hadn't even seen the satellite in my own eyes. But we moved here to this little town, was blown away by the stars on a clear night there. But combined with the fact that this town has its own history with the UFO phenomena there. During the 60s and 70s, big UFO flap here. Big one. It lasted 10 years quite consistently. People would just travel here every weekend and go up the big Iron Age hill forts that surround the town and have like amazing experiences. When it said 10 years it went on for, people travelled internationally to come here, but yet you don't hear about it. It was a phenomenal UFO flap, but you don't really hear about it. It's called the Warminster thing because it had everything you could imagine, you know, landings, abductions, lights in the sky, missing time, dead animals, every part of the phenomena you can imagine, it happened here in this town. So when I found out about that and went, look, we've got a clear sky, let's see if there is still something going on. So that is what kind of started it off. And yeah, we have started to see things, but typically I think one of the best sightings I had was when I was setting up the camera one night, and I'm looking up and I'm going, oh, that's big. That's a big bright moving object there. And I went, oh, it must be the ISS, because when the International Space Station comes over, it is very big, very bright and fast. It catches me out every time because it is so strange. And I thought, it must be that. And then I went, wait a minute, it's not dark yet. It wasn't dark enough for any of the stars to be out. And then it appeared to go under the clouds. Not above the cloud, where things are in spaces, but under the cloud as well there. So I did try and film it, but typically it's one of those juttery videos, and I can see why all the videos that people get are crap there. But other people saw it locally as well. It's very, very strange. But yeah, no, on stream, we do tend to see lots of strange movements and stuff. There's a star called Bellatrix. There is. Is it on screen? Whereabouts is it? And David there, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Let us know where you're joining us from tonight. If you're new here, guys, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch. So we're coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So do give us a follow, because we do something like this every night. It's a clear night. We're doing the UFO Skywatch there. If it's a cloudy night, then we do an alien radio signal hunt, listening out for messages potentially from distant stars, or if the moon's up. That's what that looks like. Do a moon watch, because the moon is weird. How you doing, up? Thank you for the roses there, appreciate that. All the gift subs, patrons go into the stream. But yeah, if you're following us, or just saw the flash then, hopefully you'll get notification when we go live there. But craft wise, so this thing, I've seen all this anomalous light movement, but I've not seen the actual craft shape there. There was one time on stream that we saw a triangular formation. We saw 3 lights in a triangle, and it appeared to then block out the stars behind it as it kind of moved. So it might have been a solid object rather than 3 dots, but it's very hard to tell. That's the closest I've got, but other than that, it is all lights in the sky. And they came from different directions and disappeared in the same place. So that now, Becky, that is very interesting there. That immediately discounts satellites. Immediately there. That is a very, very interesting one there. And as V says there, thank you for the follows, guys. Do help us. It does help us build our little community up there. You never know who's going to come in, what information they're going to have related to the phenomena, and how it's all going to help us, understand our place in the universe and what is going on there. And Rosetta, did everyone else just get bored of Free Eye Atlas? So it did what I expected it to do, which was, it was strange and it was interesting, but it wasn't strange definitively to say either way. There are some very interesting questions, but it wasn't definitive enough to say either way. So kind of like a Muamua, it was a transient anomaly there that the mainstream will argue, well, it's just a fancy comet, and us lot will go, there's probably some more to it there. But it didn't, as far as I know, do anything. It did lots of individually strange things, but nothing that was kind of like fully conclusive there, dramatic enough there. Entirely focused on squinting at the Stellaria map on Artemis' phone, just trying to line it up there, Kate. And is this live stream? Yes, this is 100% live. I'll see if I can move the camera now. Hold on. There we go. Weep. So that is the camera outside of my garden, about 10 metres in front of us. So it's the sky is over Wiltshire, right in the heart of crop circle country there. And Jay, who's to say it's not happened before? Well, exactly. I think our history is far more. I think it wasn't there. There was somebody that was positing the idea that actually some of the tilts of the planets in our solar system, some of the orbits, could be accounted for as if there had been big flybys before. Maybe even some of those outer solar system planets there, maybe if there is the planet 10 or whatever it is, 9, planet X, that maybe that is sort of a captured planet there from a passing star. So they do think passing stars have happened previously, and I think the Milky Way has absorbed other galaxies in the past. We do think there. Need one star to collide, and it's the catalyst there, or like ping pong balls, just knocking it everywhere. But yeah, space is proper abound there. And A up there, sorry you're late there, was engrossed in the moon flyby. Well, that is fair enough. That is a justification. Alan's not happy, but I'll forgive you. And still there. We have to put a vote up now, aren't we? Who's saying Pleiades? Who's saying not now? We're having an argument. I'm gonna, you know what, kids? If you can't behave, I'm gonna have to point the camera somewhere else. There. Where are we over quickly on the tubes? I'm a few messages behind on the TikTok, so give me a second there. But Jason says, and he couldn't take out his gun and left his phone for a trail. What do you think? Do you think he got taken? So particularly with the Kenny Veach one, I don't know. There are some people that do say that he's on CCTV about a year later robbing somewhere, but Is it him? I don't know. He's an interesting case, though, there. Jolly is in. How are you doing, Jolly? What's that one about the relativity there? Beatles don't choose there walking over curves. That's straight. What? I don't get that one there. Where are we? Let's have a look there. We're lucky we live on the hills of Sheffield there. Brilliant for stargaze. Oh, that would be fantastic. I imagine there. Honestly, living in Essex, I didn't pay much attention to the sky. You know, you didn't see many stars. I've never seen a satellite with my own eyes. But moving here, the skies are alive there. You've joined via the right account this time, Up. And John, are all the white dots that move satellites? Most of them will be, John. Most of them, sadly, will be. There is, I think, about 16,000 satellites up there at the minute. They want to get it up to 40,000. Most of them are Starlink by far there, but not all of them. And the way that we can tell, because it is quite difficult to track them, it's possible, but it is difficult with the sheer amount, is by their behaviour. So we've got to keep an eye on them, on the movements of these dots. So let's zoom in on one here. I'm a few messages behind you. Bear with me, chat, because I do like to try and read everybody's message. This is a faint one, but you can see it moving across the screen there just above the cursor. Very faint now, fading out. But we need to follow the movement there, because if it does something strange, something a satellite just can't do, like stop dead, shoot off at speed, change its course, trajectory, anything like that, that will indicate to us that it's not a satellite. Satellites can't do that. They can't deviate there visually to us there. Debbie is in there. Hello from Hertfordshire. How are your skies tonight there?
Stinky.
Hi.
I just wanted to let you know that Otis spooked himself.
He spooked himself.
Yeah, I heard him doing his flock calls.
Oh,
I ran
Otis.
downstairs and he was on his cage. So I was like, if he's a bit spooked and he's swooping,
You put him back.
I put him in his
Okay.
cage.
He's still on. Hello, Otis. Can't even whistle. I'm trying to whistle now. That's the bird is watching us downstairs on the TV. There. Hello, Otis. And Tony there. It's always nice to hear from fellow UFOs, real experiences. That makes me feel less crazy. Tony, 100%. Like, I think this is one of the big things that I've learned doing this stream, is hearing your personal experiences with the phenomena. I thought these things are so very, very rare. And, you know, to be honest, most of the experiences, they all seem a bit questionable, don't they? You know, that's what I thought, just the rednecks that see things. But doing this stream here has blown my mind, because it is everybody from all walks of life, but so many people have had experiences. Like, I do think once the stigma goes and we are more free to kind of just tell people casually, oh, I saw this strange thing, what do you think? I think we're going to find out that actually the majority of people, maybe not the majority, maybe a third of people have actually had an experience with the phenomena there. Once that stigma goes and we can fully share our experiences there, and that's what I think has been the most valuable thing for me, has been like kind of getting a feel for just how active the phenomena is there, and what does that mean about it. Back in the day when we thought it was only a few people, when I thought it was only a few people there, you know, the classic nuts and bolts UFOs, little green men, metal spaceships coming from distant realms. What does it mean if it is this active, if there is so many of them here? How does that change the overall views of the phenomena there? And anyone been watching the flyby of the moon? It's emotional. You know what, is that on now? Damn, no, I haven't been watching that. I need to see it. But that is definitely... Can you imagine what that would be like to look out the window and see the moon go by there? And John, and do you believe that? And if so, what do you think they are? Such a good question. And there are many parts to that question. So for me, do I think alien life is out there? That's 100%. And even mainstream science now does believe that statistically there has just got to be life out there. Now, they won't say that it's necessarily complex or that there's civilizations or anything else. I think there is, just statistically. When you actually look at how much potential evidence there is, how many anomalous detections of radio signals, of weird behaviors of stars, gravitational anomaly, you name it, there is so much potential evidence out there. Not all of it will be alien. A lot of it will be natural stuff that we haven't figured out yet, but just the sheer volume of question marks that we have, I think, points to the fact that the universe is quite probably alive. So I'm saying 100% for that one. Are they visiting us? I'm definitely in the high, like the 90s for that there. And then when you kind of break it down to like, are they good? Are they bad? What's their agenda? I kind of get less and less confident as we go down to right the way down to like specific accounts, specific incidents. The confidence kind of gets a little bit lower there. But I think there is something going on. There are some incredibly credible people out there now that are sharing their experiences. And I mean, you've got to pay attention there. Like I've said this a few times, but Jesse Michaels, American Alchemy, did an interview with Harold Malmgren, who was a presidential advisor to 4 presidents there, single-handedly probably de-escalated the Cuban Missile Crisis during the Cold War, which is like, you know, about as close as it came to it all ending there. He's a very credible, very credentialed man there, very intelligent there, came out towards the end of his life and said, yeah, look, it's real, I was involved in projects there. I think that's somebody you've got to listen to. V coming in with the stickers there. Oh, you've lost interest, Rosetta. There. Oh, Agent X, you're watching S4. Look at the roofs of the hangars. Tell me what you think. I don't think they're right. And I'm not voting, you don't care there. Alan cares. Yeah, I thought it was very, very good, that film there. And if birds aren't affected by creation and spice, oh yes, I can't pronounce the first word there, but spicy stuff. Could you still pepper spray dinosaurs? Let's send you in a time machine and find out there. Ah, Blue Nose, thank you for the star map. That's very, very kind. How are you doing tonight, Captain? There. I loved it when we've seen Starlink V 100% there. When Starlink comes over, it is so impressive. You know, even when it's tightly packed or more stretched out there, it's always impressive. You don't need the aliens, do you, to be blown away necessarily by what is going on up there as well. And Red, it'll be so cool looking at the moon tonight, knowing 4 people are actually flying around it. It's little things like that, isn't it? That you know, we've not been able to say that since the 70s. How I think it's so good that we are pulling our collective finger out and getting back to doing it there. So I second that one, definitely there, Red. And thank you there, Blue Nose, and Neil as well for the gifts there and A up. Appreciate that, guys. It all goes back into the stream there, helping us improve what we do there. And Jesus, I live on the Isle of Man then, hardly any light pollution here, and I've got a cracking video of the ISS. The first time that came over for me, it was crazy because I'd never seen it before, and like it came over dead straight over the top of us as well. Like that alignment, it was so big and so bright and so fast. It totally blew me away there. So I can imagine with the lack of light pollution there, 100% would look amazing there. Have you ever seen anything else that was strange there as well? It was you did it, Rosetta. Are you outside now on the stream? Setting my poor bird off there. And come to the window. You're trying to. You don't listen to me, Rosetta. You got chance. They're not showing us the footage of what the astronauts are seeing. Now that is a bit sketchy. Come on, sorry guys, it's a bit jazzy. We're having some technical issues here. This is a stream on a budget, and the budget says no. Right, let me just turn up all of these, get the stars back so we can actually see them. There we go. Sorry. That is typical NASA. It is. I wonder what their excuse is for that, because you'd think it's not. I mean, yeah, I want to see them in there. That's interesting. But also, put a fucking camera on the front. I want to see what's going on out there. That would, if you did that as pay-per-view, they could pay for themselves. They could pay for their next mission, couldn't they? Quite easily there. And I get better pics of the moon with my telescope than what they're showing. But funnily enough, that was a big thing that came up, didn't it, during the whole Free Eye Atlas thing? Amateur, telescope astronomers were getting better pictures of NASA. And this is the thing, as technology advances, as we're getting more and more connected there, it gets more democratized, and therefore the rough edges, the things that they do badly and the things that they may be hiding are harder to hide there. Astronauts reporting different coloured greens and browns, different lights and colours in crate. Really? And then letting that out up. So this is very, very interesting there, because what is called translunar phenomena there, TLP, and it's been reported for a very, very long time that the moon does strange things. There's a million reasons why the moon is weird there. Brad?
Nom nom nom,
Thank you for feeding Alan. There's a million reasons why the moon is weird, but this is one of them, which is it's meant to be geologically inactive for there, no plate tectonics, no volcanism going on there, so nothing should glow. But it does appear that craters do glow. We've called it once on one of our streams there. We've got some movement again, guys. It's slowed quite down a bit, but is it behind this bloody box? Go away. I can't remove it. It'll come outside in a second. There it is. Keep your eyes on that if it does anything strange. But yeah, the moon is going to be geologically inactive there, but we are seeing weird glowing craters. We've seen it once, so it's interesting if they're seeing it and that they're allowed to say it there. Checking in from Oxfordshire, good to have you in again, Neil there, and Blue Nose. Sorry, I'm just catching up with your messages now. And John, Trump said he was going to do a disclosure in May and June there. JD Vance said he thinks they're demons, so that is true. Well, so the rumours, there was rumours of Trump, potentially giving an announcement. Trump has said that he's going to release the documents. Now, whether that's the same as full disclosure, we'll see. But, I mean, it does feel like things are going in that way, doesn't it? It does feel like the cards are aligning. And I think they won't want to tell us everything. They'll tell us as little as they possibly can get away with. But it might be that they do have to just come out and say it. I mean, look, statistically, alien life is going to be very, very common there. And Supreme there, where is this? This is Wiltshire in the UK. So this is a live sky camera about 10 metres in front of me in my garden there. And it is, Wiltshire in the United Kingdom, which is right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So these skies are alive and have been for years with the strange and anomalous. Keep your eyes peeled then, we can zoom in on the good stuff there. And then, no, you're having a chat there. And what would you do if an alien was on your roof, like the film Signs? I would swear, Jason. It's a good question. I would swear. Try and get the camera on it first. And then I'll probably be quite scared there. And Jay, Renders from Forest. My uncle was on duty at both nights of the lights. Really, Jay? Now, that is interesting. What, does he remember anything from that? Does he remember, like, a ruckus of action, of any activity? Everybody else running off places? Did he see any lights himself? That's pretty cool. And, so you scrolled off to Pete's Live for a second time there. Kate. Alan's not impressed there. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't want war. Trying to get me to sing Agent X there. There's a moon base called SA. Is there really? So that's another question that came up during the Bob Lazar film there. He mentioned that there was multiple S4s. And also, the bottom of his card, his ID card, they talk about this, S4 was stamped as access. But what were the other number, the letter number places? Where were they? What's the story with those there? And P there, my friend, said he's just seen something over Ireland tonight there. Or what sort of thing did he see? I'd love to. The Ireland is very, very active with the phenomena there, so I do not doubt it at all. And Brad coming in with the gifts. Thank you for those guys there. It's a GoPro they have on the solar panel, and Mission Control said so. What is that literally how they're filming it? I wouldn't be surprised. Have you seen the footage of the astronaut that he's getting ready to do an EVA in the ISS there, and he's got a GoPro in like a special case, and he's going, Mission Control. How do we work the GoPro? And it says SD card. Not inserted. The Mission Control are like, yeah, you need to put the card in there, and the whole point of it is, look, not everybody's good at everything. There, you got booted, Agent X. What did you say? We still got movement on the screen, guys. So do keep your eyes peeled. There's still some movement. Now, what's happening is we're getting a bit later in the night. There, the sun is going around a little bit more there, so there is less light for those objects to reflect back to us there. But it's still happening there. Brad is in. How are you doing there? Miser 4 there looking at Star Walk 2 stars matchup. Excellent. And V, they wouldn't show us the live footage. Instead, got the astronauts to describe what they're seeing. So that is weird because they're letting them say that there's something strange, but they won't show it. Very interesting there. From personal experience as well, though, GoPros are crap in low light. Hence, my initial thought to do this stream was, in my ignorance, thought we'll use a GoPro. It's got a really good, fisheye lens there. We'll get all of the sky in. It'll be fine. Nah, not a single bloody star. So, I don't know how much light they're going to be letting in for that. For the moon, no, it should be all right. And Brad as well, are there any of you watching the Artemis live stream of the moon? It looks amazing that close. So, there are a few of you watching in here tonight. Let's see if I can put it on quickly here. Art. Let's see if I can get it over here. So, bloody thing. Right. Wow. It's just like when we play Kerbal, isn't it, guys? I'm going to go a look at space history. Oh, happening back later, Rosetta. No worries. There. Jay there. Yeah, he remembers seeing the lights the second night he was on patrol. That is pretty cool, isn't it, to be able to say that you've seen something that they're talking about there. Be even cool if you're up in a spaceship there looking at the moon there. And no camera would have survived going through the Van Allen belt there going up, and not a burn mark or burn mark on the craft. So now this is interesting that you mainly get the burns, don't you, like the physical heat burns from the re-entry there, because you're just hitting such a going from a very well, a lack of atmosphere. Oh, it's still got movement in the sky. Keep your eyes peeled. Going into a dent. It's kind of like us jumping into a swimming pool there. The friction, but you do get friction obviously coming out of the atmosphere. But the main bit is the re-entry. But the Van Allen radiation belt is interesting there. How does that work with electronics? How do they do that? So especially with the humans on board as well there. Let's get this UFO Hunter show on the road. I can't believe how bad the quality of the camera is, though. I mean, if they... Yeah, I mean, I'm zooming in right now. It's... I mean, this is the thing you've got to give it to SpaceX. Like, they understand the importance of a bit of hype there and a bit of promotion. You know, and the quality of their live streams and what you see is on point. And NASA can definitely take a little bit of from the showmanship, I think, category there. I think it's just as important to strap a camera on it so we can all see it at high quality as it is to, you know, collect some rocks or whatever it is. Well, they're not going to collect rocks from just going around the back of it. But you get what I mean there. Getting the public involved is incredibly important there. Just can't believe they are not showing us what the astronauts are seeing. I am not surprised. There's the one I'm looking at on the tubes, though. I can see like a shot where you can see part of the craft, and I can see the moon in the distance. Is that a live one? And the Van belt isn't actually that strong, and there are gaps in it that we can fly through. Oh, interesting. So I know about the gaps, because isn't it more like it's like a toroidal donut shaped, basically? So there are patches, but I didn't think they were in line with the actual orbit trajectories. But yeah, to be honest, I don't know how strong it is. I just hear people talking about it a lot. So that could be interesting. Maybe it's not so strong there. And they said the GoPros are outside on the wingtips. They've got a selfie stick. They could have put a decent camera up there. They're inexpensive nowadays, not with their budget there. Typical NASA, scared, as you would see, you want them back there. 100%. And that's because they have turned off the lights in the capsule, so you can't see anything. They're having a snooze? Yeah, that's the apparent live one. Hasn't changed in hours. I mean, how much would it change? Like, I mean, how fast are they travelling? How big would the moon, like, you know, because it is quite far away. But so, like, if you could speed it up, would it get bigger, like, slightly? Would you notice that, or is it static? Because I mean, there's not much else there to move. I mean, I can see why we're not seeing the stars, because we're not seeing a lot of the sky there. And the moon is, you've got to remember, the moon is going to be very, very bright. So they actually have to turn down how much light the camera is sensitive to, because otherwise the moon will blind it, and therefore they're probably not seeing the faint. It's drowning out the light. It's like having your car headlights on a full beam and then like a tiny candle flame behind it. You know, you're not going to see the candle for that. I think could answer that one. Easy science, or when you look into it, no science is easy for me, Brad. No science needs to be. But this is the thing. A lot of the stuff, like, you know, you hear some very good arguments of things, and then you do look into it, and then there's something else that's quite, you know, there are explanations for a lot of these things there. And Ninja there, they found a restaurant on the moon there. Great food, no atmosphere. But I think there's a few like that sort of humour. Zen, we've got another one for you. And V there, but the astronauts were describing like they are right next to it in so much detail. Well, that would surprise me. The distance that is there, although it'd have to be quite bright. I don't know. Speed is Mach 2. That's moving slow. Actually, if you've ever seen, or what was that blue nose? I didn't see it. What would it look like? I was distracted. I was looking at the Artemis thing. But yeah, that's the thing. as the speed of light, if you actually look at it like something travelling at the speed of light between the moon and Earth, it actually looks really, really slow. Therefore, what the actual astronauts do, so they can actually like have a look out the window there. Oh, that's a light bit of movement there. Should we zoom in on this one?
Zoom mode activated.
Come on. Come on, we just need it to do something strange. A right-hand turn, anything like that. Something strange that we can say for sure that is anomalous. Where's it gone? There it is. It's at the top. Got to go off screen there, though. What was that? Zip past. And it was very unusual. I didn't see it. Bollocks. Typical, isn't it, when I'm looking away there? It's very strange. Ah, man, I bet that was it. That was the UFO. And the Bob Lazar said the underground base was so big it was impossible to see the end of. He did say that the corridor was so long there. Was it bright, whatever that object was? Came right to the left in a blur. Ooh. Oh, no, damn it, I'm going to have to see it there. It's typical. Timestamp on the recording. Yeah. What are we, about an hour, 15 minutes? I'll see if I can get it in the... because these are recorded. It's weird to see some sats zipping past, yet some were moving very slow. The actual range and speed is quite variable there, and I'm assuming it's mainly going to be... Look, they've got two here. Look, they're going to converge. Are they going to crash? The speeds are probably because they're different altitudes. You know, the one's got travelling the same speed, but it looks different because, you know, they're doing a bigger circle. Close, but it didn't quite happen. But the skies are still active. It's a very strange day. I'm going to have to look at the recording of that one. 1:15. I'm trying to think. I know it's still recording at the minute, so I'd have to stop it recording. I could stop it recording and scroll through it there. The Men in Black going to cut us off for talking about the moon mission. Yep, exactly. And Dan as well there. Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? It was seen over at NASA Racecourse. Are aliens invaded in horse racing now? What's that? Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I missed a few there from Jason. Let's have a look there. Yeah, there were loads of people in Cadet Island Saturday morning back in July there. A triangle-shaped Irish police reported it. Ooh. And it was a scene over a nice racecourse. Are aliens interested in horse racing now? You never know. They may well be. Well, apparently... there is a lot of, you know, I don't know, about 11 miles. That sounds quite far. But yeah, apparently, I mean, if the sound wave, and you can feel the pressure from the sound wave, if it's a big enough blast, you probably could from the launch. Badminton on tonight. Wait, what's that? All flashing B2 there. Oh, near Preston. Like it. Have you ever seen anything strange in the night sky there? Jay, how often do they do this? Basically every night that the sky is clear. And then when it's not clear, we do the alien radio signal hunt as well. So it's most nights that we are doing something. I don't have a life. Just hang out with you guys. Naomi there, nice purple colour in 2C. You are not wrong there. Some of these stars are absolutely stunning, their colours. We'll zoom in on some of them. Oh, that's a slow moving one. Should we zoom in on that one? Remember, we need to see it do something anomalous there. Had to go have a quick look at the mission. They are putting t-shirts on the window. What? Oh, because Earth is too bright there. I mean, when you start doing this sort of thing, you really do start to kind of appreciate things like that. I mean, like when we get, not even a full moon, but if the moon is up at the same time we're doing a Skywatch, it is noticeably different, the quality of our, like, even if we're pointing in totally the other direction, noticeably different. Let alone a full moon, it's like give up. There you go, there's that nice purple one there, if we go over a bit. There we go, look. Oh, and can you see it there? It's pretty cool. It definitely would there. I mean, the moon as well is going to be bright in of itself. But if they're looking at that, that's fine. And leader there, have you ever seen something change direction? So, I don't know. I think that's the one thing I'm yet to see. We've seen all the other stuff. We've seen speed changes. We've seen, you know, weird flashing and stuff like that. We've seen weird shapes. But we've not... I don't think I've seen the direction change yet, but that is like a real giveaway, because that is 100%. Like, there's no question around that. Faint one coming through the middle there, and Manly's dog there. Now, how many people I'm seeing core space fake at the moment is unreal. I am surprised. I didn't realise there was that much of a contested argument there, but you know, each to their own with it. I am surprised though. We did see the triangular craft once. It gets so long ago now. And the video isn't that good of it. There's a nice one going across the middle. The big orange one was cool. That was good. Should we spin the camera around a bit? Let's see if we can get... well, see, I don't know, Jolly, for sure, but I'm thinking of when they do the SpaceX launches and stuff like that, where people, I knew people that went to see those, and they were quite a few miles away from the actual site, and they were still blown. They weren't blown over, but you still felt something. So, you know, the more powerful the rocket, I mean, 11 miles is a lot, though. I don't know, mate, you might be right there, Jolly. You might be right on that one. And, where are we there? We should do a Jake Barber and concentrate and call one in. Oh, Jay, 100%. That is an area that I do want to start playing with. Because we do this live on location. Hold your hats, moving the camera. Time to spin it. Let's see if I can just bring it around here. There might be more activity. So, actually, a little bit more. But yeah, when we do this live on location, we normally go up the old Iron Age hill forts around the town where there's lots of history of sightings there. And we do think when you're there, it's a bit different. I'm quite detached. It's live, it's only over there, but it is a little bit different when you're physically out there amongst the stars. So we do want to kind of try more of that sort of stuff when we next do a live there. About to lose connection to the ship for 40 minutes. So we're going to miss them alien bases. Are they going around the back already? Oh, was it Lizard Point there? Best night sky ever. Could see loads of moves, but no change direction there. Well, it is rare, because I suppose most of them are just going to be normal satellites, aren't they? Most of them. But also, I mean, ET travelling up there, the most efficient path from A to B is a straight line. So, you know, we've got some movement. So, you know, it is unlikely that ET is, you know, we're asking a lot, basically. He's going to realise he's left the gas on and then do, you know, an interstellar handbrake turn right on the, right as he's over the, there we go. Right as he's over the camera. But that is the only way that we can be sure. We can filter out all of the satellites' behaviour. Come on, do something strange. Starting to see some of the colours now, the oranges, the reds, the purples. Certain nights when it is very clear, you can just see so many awesome colours of these stars. Purples, oranges, greens. It is so alive. Let's have a look through. Where's my cursor now? But yeah, that would be phenomenal doing that Lizard Point there. Not much light pollution at all. And Man is Dog, thank you for the follow. Good to have you in. And oh, the psionics, yeah, that whole area, again, that's totally new to me until the last couple of years when it started to all come out there. keep up the good spot in there. And wow, not long now before the flyby of the moon. Actually, where are we on that? Are they going to show us anything? There. And V, it's okay. Elon doesn't trust NASA and has announced he's going to the moon before Mars now. He has, so, you know, Elon's going to come to the rescue there. He's not one to suffer fools, so I think, yeah, we'll get a bit more information. And a minute's silence and all concentrate. See, we do want to try this. We do. I keep putting it off because I'm like, I want to be able to focus on it. But we do have to do it at some point. Maybe you guys can do it there in the chat. See if you can will it to happen, to have something come on over the camera there. And Ben, we put too many satellites and stuff up there now. At what point is enough? Well, this is it. Human nature will always push it, you know, until it's gone slightly too far, and then we have to go back a bit. So is there an enough? There'll always be something extra that will, oh, just one more. But you're right, it's a risk. The more that's up there, the more risk of collisions, and the more risk of trapping ourselves down here on the Earth's surface there. NASA live video of the moon is amazing there. I think they could have done a better job. I mean, to be honest, quality-wise, it's not much better, is it, than the 60s? But it is good that we can watch it. I think that's very, very good. You know, the more involved that we can get, the better. Oh, Banana, how are you doing? Oh, good to see you, OGB. Oh. Imagine if something turns up. Well, wouldn't that be like? Apparently, there is quite a lot of you know, cause and effect with it. There's a lot of success stories of the old, you know, consciousness, the C5 connection there. And is it true that you won't see many stars if you're in space there due to light pollution? So I don't know about space sort of generally, like, you know, if you're traveling around, but definitely on the moon's surface, you know, that is, the moon's bloody bright. Like, even from here, like if the moon is up, not even full, but if it's a half moon, even a quarter moon, and we're trying to do a Skywatch and the moon is up, good luck. You know, it really affects your night vision. So, and the astronauts do say that it's so bright on the surface because of the reflected light that, you know, they can't see the stars around them. So I could believe that. But just generally, I can't. I think generally you'd be probably all right as long as you're not facing the sun. Oh, they're doing it now. Let's have a look. Still looks like the same image to me. All concentrate on B3. So that, guys, is... Where's my cursor? That's B3, this square here. So concentrate, want something to appear there. Let's test this out. And Grandad M, how are you doing? Good to see you. And now then, have you been watching the big screen NASA fly? I have. Well, I've got it on, but it isn't... but I'm not paying it a lot of attention at the minute there. 999, Space 999. Yeah, they're going to find a monolith. Cam 2. Bloody thing. Fucking. Well, they do think something could be on the backside of the moon there. Oh my god, just looking at the chat on the NASA thing there, it's all just 6-7. I feel like, am I even getting the right feed? It just looks the same as it did earlier. Yeah, no, it is. It's. I mean, right, look at the NASA live feed, guys. Right? Now look at that. I'm just saying, I think we got a better shot with a £30 lens from China. I mean... you know, and but is everything facing the sun in a space unless it's blocked by? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you know, you'd have to be in the shadow or something. You know what? I don't know enough about that. Oh, there's a faint one on screen there. I don't know if you can see that one. Andy Pandy there. Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Can you not see it on telescope? So I don't have a telescope actually. So sadly I cannot there. But that's the lenses we use, just on a normal camera. I think something is on the way. Got a strange feeling. Oh, fingers crossed, Carl. There. I am getting pretty sus. And Tony there, if the Earth is spinning and the moon is spinning there, wouldn't we be able to see the dark side? So, this is orbital mechanics hurts my head, but technically the moon is what's called tidally locked. So we always see the same face, so it always just faces the same way around us. But it technically is spinning because we're spinning, but it's just spinning at the same rate that we always basically see the same side. My head can't get around that. But one of the interesting things that's always surprised me with the moon is that obviously the side that faces us, that we always see, heavily cratered, but it's protected by the Earth. So you'd imagine the backside that's all exposed to all of space is going to be more cratered than the side that's facing us, the one without the protection. But no, it's much less cratered on the dark side. So get a head around that. And exactly, V, we're doing a better job than NASA. And it looked like the moon was on a wire up and down. You would hope in this day and age there's a better way of doing it, but you never know. You've had cameras, but exactly. I mean, they go all that way and they strap a freaking GoPro. It's like, come on, lads. We spin around it, technically, yeah. And you're on your Google Earth identifying UFO bases. I did that first when with the S4. I was trying to line up to see where it was. Oh, I barely understand. Like I can't envision it, but yeah, it's that sort of thing. So normally, when it's close enough to a body. So a lot of like Jupiter and Saturn's moons, they're tidally locked because they're so close. So the same size always faces it. An interesting fact about space on tidal locking and all that sort of stuff that's really cool is that they do theorize that there are planets out there that are going to be just ice worlds, but they will be tidally locked to their star, which means that the side that faces them on this ice world is going to have a little bit that's melted, and therefore they're going to look like a perfect eyeball. So they think that eyeball planets are going to be quite common, which is, I thought, quite cool there. And the moon is also viewed the other way around in Australia there, below the... Oh my god, I can't even get my head around that. Oh, wow. Yeah, oh god. Oh, a shooting star. Good, a spot in there. Yeah, if they're looking for some services, they're not going to find it on the way to the moon, are they? Sea of Tranquility the other way around. I couldn't get my head around that. I just saw some movement. Let's zoom in on this one.
Zoom mode activated.
There you go. Nice faint one coming in here. Still got lots of activity. Need to keep our eyes monitoring it, making sure we are looking out for that anomalous movement there, that anomalous behaviour. Got any more movement going around? Getting some reds coming through from some of the stars. We'll zoom in on that big bright purple one. Look at this. Cow. The traditional triangular star. Oh, we've got some faint movement in the middle. Oh, that's a flasher. See if it spikes up again. Did just flash. Right, let's get back to the chat. Be interesting to see what pictures their crew has taken. Oh, the crew has taken. Should be some of the best pictures. Well, I mean, we have images of all of the moon. We have orbiters around that. There's a nice bright one coming in, guys. Around there, keep your eyes on that. We have lots of the images out there, but yeah, we just don't check a lot of them, do we? And I'm going to get my scope out of the garage and hook up my camera. Oh, Grandad, 100% do it. We want to see those images. That's what foils the flat earthers. Actually, that would be, yeah. A nice shot there. This was a bit brighter than that one. Come on. Got that one coming in there. Just travelling across the screen. We need to see it do something strange. And V, you're right. It is the deep dive this Friday night. We are going to be taking a look at starting our read through of the Condign report, which is a UK government report into the UFO UAP phenomena. It's going to be a very, very long read through that one, but it'll be interesting. So do join us for that one. If you use the link in our bio there, it gives you our Patreon for a month for free. And there. A flash out keeping trench coat at the cover. I mean, I've often debated, you know, getting one of those trench coats. Definitely with these glasses. They have good ones. I mean, you would hope, but if it's anything like the camera they've got strapped to the outside, I'm not as hopeful. But no, I think it would be right. It'd be some very cool shots. But yeah, we've got the orbit that's taking very good shots now. To see what it looks like there. Blast in the 70s. Oh, it's still another flash. Right, I don't know if I'm making this up, guys, but this one, I swear this star just blinked on. Like I was looking and it just came on and stayed on. It can't be true. It must be a trick of the eye. Anything else going on? The lady had a good camera in her hand there. Well, exactly. Stars shouldn't blink like that. It's weird there. And that's where the flashing has been all night. We have moved the camera though, but it is, yeah, you're right, it's B3. That's weird. I can't, now that it's staying on, I can't believe that it did, but I swear it literally, as I was looking, it just turned on. Which is weird there. It is in B3. I think. Where's my... Where is it? Because I've not got the grid up on this big screen. So yeah, B3. This big bright one here. I was looking in that general area. I was like, what came on? Ah, thank you there for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? Been concentrating on B3. Did you see it come on, or am I making it up? Literally just... Was it my eyes playing tricks on me? It just switched on. Boop. Oh, we've got a movement over here. Oh, we've got two. There we go. One there and one there. Watch these come through a bit more. There's one coming in down there. Oh, there's 3 of them in that group. Ooh. So the zoom's playing up there. Keep your eyes on them. Where are we? Oh, Jared, does anyone really believe we aren't going around the moon? Most people do. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but most people do. That is the consensus, the societal consensus of these things, that we went in the 60s and that we're going back now. Now, I do lean that way. That is my default position. But I do think... I wouldn't be surprised. Like, if it came out tomorrow that actually, no, look, it's all fake, the green screen fell down, I would go, well, I did believe it was going to the moon, but yeah, I totally believe they're, you know, lying bastards. You know, that they're capable of that. But by default, I do lean that we are on our way there. And there it was, and there was only 3 stars. I have to start worrying if they do start turning off. There you go, no more movement here. Now there are 4. Wait a minute. So, yeah, maybe it did turn on then. Oh, look, another one up there as well. Movement there and there. Very, very busy tonight there. I don't know if it's just me, but when I look up at night, but I can see the curve of the Earth. I don't think I can. But I mean, the horizon looks a bit curved. I don't know. And there. So maybe the fourth one did come in. And I was going to say it would be good if we could zoom in. Ah, we can zoom in. Having an OXO there. An Ovaltine Agent X for your energy. You're a growing lad. And man, this dog, there are life forms in UFOs. I doubt, but unmanned UFOs is highly possible. Well, it's technology that we play with there, with the hypothesized. We are talking, aren't we, about sending a mission to our closest stellar neighbour there, Proxima Centauri, with unmanned probes. There is some interesting evidence that you know, other life forms are visiting us. I mean, these distances are vast, but there are ways that it could be possible there. There is real life warp drive technology that, you know, you could build without breaking physics. We just don't have the energy requirements to test it for us. But a lot of the historic and even current UFO videos and images, it does actually look like that's what they could be using, because we would expect to see light to be red shifted and blue shifted, and, you know, the lens, gravitational lensing around the craft, and it does look like that could be what is some craft using. And if that is the case, then biological life could transfer the galaxy. But without something like that, then yeah, it probably just would be unmanned over the vast distances there. And see, this is it, man. So I can't see what the point of faking it is. At the minute, I couldn't. Like, I can see the argument about winning the Cold War, but then you also have the fact that the Russians would be looking for any excuse to call out the Americans, you know, from doing that with it. But now, why would you fake it? Like, you know, what's the real direct value of it? I mean, we're all pretty, you know, interested in it, but it's not. I mean, it's not even as big as the Olympics at the minute. You know, the amount of people that are watching it. You know, it's a lot of effort to go through. And if they're falling, why are some going up and some are going down? Brilliant question there, Ben. So it's all about our perspective. So they go in all sorts of directions, but they're falling to Earth, but in a big circle. So it's like each rotation around the Earth, they're getting ever so slightly closer. So these are shooting in their orbits around the Earth, and every time they loop in a little bit closer, a little bit closer, a little bit closer, like that. So, but they can go in any direction. There, certain orbits have certain benefits for coverage and consistency. There, Chicken Oxo. Oh, there's lots of movement. Oh my god! When we first come on tonight, Grandadam, we had like I think 9 at any one point on screen moving. It's hard to keep track of there. That's where I feel, Kate. Like, I wouldn't put it past them. Like, bullshit knows no bounds. But also, like, that is a good point. Like, why go to all that effort? And why risk having it, you know, especially the technology we have these days? Like, if it was AI backgrounds or green screens or anything like that, then there is easily available software to just detect that. So they would really have to put in a lot of effort to do it. For what reward? The sunsets are good to watch. That's a good point. Mum used to drink beef oxo. I mean, is that a northern thing? Sounds very northern. It's like a northern Christmas dinner. Oh, I scrolled ahead. Where are we? I just don't trust now. Exactly, V. Exactly. But trust is relative. You know, we can trust them to be bureaucratic in nature, can't we? We can trust them. It's like you can trust, you know, a billionaire to be after the money or something. You know, there are certain things you can trust about it. You know, but would I trust them not to fake it? No. Can't get warm tonight. I have to put some clothes on. Oxo is good for you. That sounds like what they tell you during the adverts. Lee, how are you doing? Can you zoom in on the little cluster in C2? This one. Well, we've got some movement over here. Let's do this one first. Get this on screen. A bit of movement there. So that cluster was the same one from earlier. We've just moved the camera around. Chicken oxo to Rendlesham. Is that what you're going to offer the aliens there? We come in peace. What gifts have you got? Chicken oxo? Do you remember the alien encounter where the guy kind of gave the aliens some water, and in return they gave them some of their space pancakes, which tasted like cardboard? Tony, is it possible to get night vision lens for a telescope? Ooh, good question. Night vision tends to work, doesn't it, on infrared light? So it only can basically just lets in a hell of a lot more light. Probably, but depending on telescopes, are normally designed to just let in a lot of light as well. So it could be. We do actually want to do an infrared purely because, night vision, because of the infrared there. So that is a light spectrum that humans don't visibly see, and it is actually meant to be the case that the phenomena is very active in the infrared. So that is on our to-do list to upgrade the camera to be able to see in that light range there. It's full moons last week, yeah, and that's why we can see quite well tonight. But because it was up last week, it was causing all sorts of problems there. Checking your kilt there, X. How you doing, Susie, as well? I believe when they circle the moon, they will be doing a figure 8. Really? I mean, it's all bits are weird. All bits are weird. I can't fully get my head around how it all works. Not an actual, it's not actual space astronauts, or is it they're known as not another, never a straight answer. That's it. That's what they call them. Because they're always lying. And T Wobble there, how are you doing there? Can you focus on a Regulus there? I have seen lots of flying around that tonight. I don't know where Regulus is actually, especially where we are now. If I know where it is, relative to, I don't even know where we're pointing, to be honest. But if we can figure out where we are, then we can. My camera keeps alerting me that someone is outside, and it's a bloody cat every time. It's Rosetta. She's come for you as well now. Try the OXO. I'm not even a gravy fan. When you had a cold or flu, you have a hot drink of OXO. See, in my family, it was Lucasade Original, if you're ill. And hopefully we get a good shot of Earth as they come back from the dark side. Now that would be cool. It's always cool to see it there. Try and get some perspective on ourselves, our existence there. Bill Gates or Musk. I mean, my money's with Musk. If you've got to pick one. What have I missed there? Have you seen the spaceship going around the moon yet? I was watching it. I was watching it on the live actually, not on here. The moon isn't up for us, sadly, at this time. But, I mean, it all just looks like the same image to me. Alright, to be fair, I've just quickly scrolled back through the live stream, and the moon is ever so slightly getting bigger. You can see it getting bigger as they're approaching it there. If I meet aliens, then I'm offering them Alan as a trade. They won't want him back. And to reach Andromeda at 300,000 miles an hour, it would take 5.5 million years. These distances are so vast, aren't they? You really do need to be able to bend space and time there. Wormholes, warp drives, shit like that, to traverse the distances there. Oh, be free, one on the move. I think I'm a bit behind on that one. Get your eyes peeled there. Puts hairs on your chest. I've got enough. If that is Persepi, I don't know, and not the Pleiades, then the 4 stars that surround it are Boris, it's, oh my god, I can't pronounce them, and Theta Centauri. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I know roughly where that is. I'll see if I can confirm that one. Tizer. Oh, I haven't had Tizer ages. They still make that. Alright. Can't wait for the infrared. Every time something breaks and we end up having to buy that instead. But hopefully Hopefully it'll happen soon enough. And how much of a risk is it not getting the slingshot right and them drifting up into space? You know what, I don't really know. I don't think it's too much of a risk. They do calculate it, don't they? Like, because it's all to do with their mass and speed. So it's not like at a certain point they have to press a button then, you know, this is kind of, they're going at the right speed. So as long as they're mainly on course, they'll catch it right. But I don't know what the actual risk level is there. It's very clear tonight there. We've done something to the camera. No, it's just clear, and the moon is down, so it's nice and clear summer night there for us. So it was just a lucky one there. Energy drinks for vomiting. I'll take that one. I have to try it next time. Right, let's have a look, see if I can point to the night sky. Oh, this fucking thing. Piss off. Need to clue that in, I think. It's going to bug me. Right. Oh, look, we can see inside the ship now. Right. Okay. Let's have a look. There's sky view. Let's have a look. See where we can. Right. Let's see if I can align. Right. There's the big one. What's the movement? I'm going to go outside. I'm gonna point it out there, see if I can align it. Oh, you know what? So that one's Jupiter. It might be in the Crab. Yeah, it might be in the Crab Nebula. Okay. Or the Constellation Cancer. Maybe. I'll have to go down and check on that one. Those things are moving, UFOs. Some of them. Some of them. There's a lot of satellites up there. And we have to filter them out by their behaviour. Because satellites move in straight lines. I think so, Kate. That to me is roughly where that is. I believe. Oh, got some more movement over there. Let's have a look. Can zoom in on it.
Zoom mode activated.
So yeah, like this one. As far as we know now, that is just a satellite there. Because satellites move in straight lines in their orbit. Consistent speed, consistent trajectory there. If it stops dead, shoots off, changes course, trajectory, does something weird, then we know we've got something anomalous there. But at the minute, that is just acting like it is one of the many, many satellites up there. She can be navigating the moon mission. If you've seen us play Kerbal, no, we can't make it to the moon. There. How you doing, Adam, as well? Sorry, I missed your message there. How are you doing? Thank you for the gift. How are you doing? How do you pronounce that? Presby? Oh my god, I just can't even pronounce that. Where do we start? Presby? Presby? Oh my god. Come on, give me elocution lessons, guys. How do we pronounce that one? Where's Tommy? I don't know. You are Tommy. Do it in an accent as well, V. Couldn't have been a nice, easy one. I think it's in, yeah, it's in Cancer. It's hard to tell. They all look the same, don't they? And Leo there, question, can you track Artemis to see it? Sadly, not for us. So it's by the moon at the minute, and the moon isn't up for us at the minute. In fact, where is the moon? Where is the moon now? It wasn't up earlier. Moon! Looking for it on the tracking. No, that's Jupiter. Be around here somewhere. Aha. Yeah, it's still below the horizon for us here. So it's not going to get above the horizon until about 2 AM for us. So it's normally towards the end of the month and the beginning that we can really catch it, which is a bit frustrating. We do the odd moon watch, though, and that's what it looks like. Ironically, a better picture than what we're getting at the minute from Artemis. But we do that when the weather allows, the skies allow. Somewhere to the east. How you doing, Tick Tick? I want to say Presepi. Oh, actually, that sounds like a proper name there. I'm going with that one, Presepi now. There we go. That's what I'm going with there. Too bad. I know, Leo. Right when there's action that way as well. How you doing, TB? If you start speaking Scottish, I'm going to need a translator. But you're secretly Tommy Scotland. Not so secretly. Thank you there, TB, for the likes. Appreciate that. Have we got any more movement tonight? It hasn't really quietened down the whole time. We do. Let's zoom in on that one. Oh, there was one that shooted off a few minutes ago. Now that, Jason, I didn't see that one, but if they change their trajectory, their speed, look, you've got a faint one over here. If they basically do anything other than a consistent straight line, then we've got something anomalous there. So I can predict where that's going to go, and if it deviates from that, then we've got something interesting there. Good spot in there, Lee, as well. Let's have a zoom out. A2. So this area here. Oh, is that flashing around there? Oh, thank you, Grandad, there. So Pepe Le Pew. That takes me back. And literally taken the entire stream. But you figured it out. Bit of movement there. Oh, look, another one coming up here. Again, we need to see it do something strange there. Oh, the strangest thing we have seen. So, either the triangular formation, that was a good one. So it's like literally like 3 dots came out from behind my little box here. Perfect triangle, like this sort of size, just floated like that. Now, there is a satellite cluster that is apparently triangular formation, but this one, and I think we've seen it before, but this one, it seemed to block out the stars behind it, so possibly a triangular craft there. But the big bright orange, it was kind of like a shooting star, but also not like any shooting star we'd ever seen before. But it's the closest thing to say, just this big bright orange line across the corner of the screen. That was pretty cool. But last night we had that green flashing one. That was strange. That was pretty good there. Brandon, yeah, this is a live sky camera. It's out in my garden at the minute, looking up to the night sky, live from Wiltshire in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So lots of weird things in the night sky here. There we go, got some more activity. It's quieting down quite a lot now, but there is still lots of movement in the night sky. But for us to tell, I said that this is something strange versus one of the many satellites that are up there. We need to see it do something a satellite just can't do there. So stop dead, shoot off at speed, change course or trajectory. So keep an eye on it whilst it's on the screen. Oh, another one in there. Seems to have actually got busier again. That's a bit oranger. We saw both there. We saw the triangle sensor satellite and we saw the black triangle. Same. I think it was like all around that time, wasn't it? But I kind of, in my head, I'm questioning the first sighting because we saw the other one. And I'm like pretty sure that that one, we could see the stars through it. So probably, okay, am I misremembering the first one? Was it just the same one? It's hard to tell. We do have the video somewhere, but it's a low quality video. How do you see a black triangle in a black sky? So, good question. It was basically appeared to be blocking out the stars behind it. Appeared to be. So as it floated across there, the stars would go out. So the negative space. Oh, look, we've got a flasher. So whatever that is, that, guys, has to be rotating to cause that flash as well. Oh my god, come on, get back to it. Where is it? So it's either emitting light, which satellites don't emit light themselves, so therefore immediately that is anomalous, or it is rotating, and therefore as it's rotating, the different size and shape of whatever it is, it's reflecting more and less light back to us, causing it to look like it's flashing. Let's keep an eye on that one. That's interesting. Oh. But if you imagine, well, you've got this dish here, look, so if as I rotate it, look, it will flash. You can see it there, like flashing that light back, and then it goes to not flashing, and then flashes the light as it catches it there. That's basically what that is doing. Ooh. As it is rotating. But what is key to note, though, is if something is rotating like that to cause the flashing, if that is a satellite, then it means it's not doing its job. Most satellites do need to be pointed in a certain direction for their sensors to work. You know, if it's a spy satellite, it has a big camera lens on it, and that needs to point down so it can see the ground. Same with TV satellites, their communication satellites, all that sort of stuff. They need to really point in a steady direction. And if it's rotating, then its sensors are not doing its job, and therefore it's either buggered or it's about to be. So that was an interesting one there. Many screens. What stars? You've just been looking at a black screen this whole time there. Oh, no, because you said about the black triangle, when the satellite triangle was literally going over. I can't remember now. Just question myself there. And, oh, the Vanta Black TR3B, maybe. Well, that's what we were thinking at the time. You know, that is meant to be most of the black sightings. And it is on my list. But, you know, like when you're looking back in your memory and you just start questioning yourself. But I remember at the time going, that's amazing, because it had blocked the stars out. But as time goes on, you're here to question all things, but not OXO, when you should be questioning that. Have you posted the clip of the triangle? We have, but it would have been really, really far down on our post because it was really early days. Get you on the dance floor there. Agent X there, and Man and Dog. But if it's an unmanned probe, will it move like a satellite? That is a good question. I mean, these are just guesses, aren't they, a lot of the time? But for anything, manned or unmanned, moving from A to B is going to be a straight line. It's the most efficient way, isn't it? It's only going to either... there's not much stuff to move out of the way for up there in space, or even within the atmosphere. It's quite open, so yes, straight lines tend to be the most efficient path there. So, I mean, even the satellites, you know, we're talking about now, you know, oh, if it's in a straight line, it's probably just a satellite. But not definitely. Anything up there could be reflecting that sun's light back to us. And, you know, even a UFO travelling in a straight line is going to look the same as a satellite to us there. And Carl, it's weird. Could the NASA mission at the moment be fake, as we are seeing all this, but they are not? Oh, it's a good question. I mean, we're going to be seeing a lot more movement because all of the satellites, all that activity is so close to Earth, and they're quite far away. And I only just knew this like the other night. This blew my mind, but it was a visual demonstration of the distance of the Earth to I'm trying to think, I've got no props here for this. The distance of the Earth to the Moon. So basically, hold on, let's see if I can do this somewhat justice, right? Here goes a ball. Cobwebs. This is the Earth, right, say, and the distance of the Earth to the Moon is, well, it's going to be, at this scale, 10 foot. From here to the Moon is 10, probably, maybe even a bit longer actually, than that. This is the Earth and the Moon there. That is so far, and the distance that we have, even our furthest satellites, will actually be less than the finger off of it here. So all of that activity, all these things that we're seeing moving, are going to be in that very, very close to us there. So they're not going to have much to see over that way. But you still think they'll see all of the stars and things like that. Oh, got a nice big movement in there as well. Let's have a zoom in on this. That's a good question. When's the next quest mission? Thursday. Thursday is our next quest, and I have not got it ready. Hopefully I've fixed the bugs, though. Hopefully I'll fix the bugs, and then you should actually be able to see the questions. Oh, it's getting fainter. See the questions and hear us over those loud ones. So that's what we're going for. We want to fix that one. There might be a few surprises. We might take a different path within the dungeon this time, so you might see some different rooms. But yeah, this is Thursday, so it will be on this channel, guys, but it's not UFO related on Thursday. It'll be earlier as well, probably around 7 to 7:30 start-ish again. Actually, probably about 7 start-ish. But it's our dungeon adventure until we get the other channels working. I need to go back to that. We can have its own page for that. And just Ricardo there. I have a question. Answer or ask away there. And how big is a satellite compared to Artemis there? So at the part that they're flying in now is quite small. Definitely compared to the actual rocket that launched it there. Most of that is fuel to just get it up there. Hold on, let's zoom in on these two.
Zoom mode activated.
So, look at these. Going their separate ways. They've had an argument. They've separated. It's quite small, and satellites come in all shapes and sizes. Some of the Starlink ones are just Starlink ones are like a few meters, whereas others are the size of like cars or vans. But most of the time they're kind of in between that too. They're sort of a midway round there, so relatively quite small. So if you think about that size surface area flashing back to us, it's doing quite the job. Actually flashing back to us there. But Artemis is, yeah, the actual bit that's flying around there now, most of it's quite a small craft. All of that you saw on the launch pad, like literally 90% of it, is just to get it outside of the Earth's gravitational influence. That is the hard bit for us. It's a good question there. And I don't get how Artemis has a signal, but I can't use Spotify 5 minutes down my road. It does make you wonder sometimes. It does. I mean, fucking signal trouble we've had here, there. But I was saying, actually, Bernard, was you on for this bit? That like when we had the live stream up of you know, Artemis approaching the moon and had the moon in shot, and I went, well, this is what the moon looks like for us down here with a 30-pound lens. It's much better than what we were seeing on fucking Artemis there. When are we going back to see there? Ben, good question. He hasn't invited me back yet, so. We've got a few clear nights this week, so I think we're going to be making the most of clear Skywatches. But Thursday we're going to be doing the quest, so maybe Friday. We'll have to see, but hopefully soon. Hope he's doing all right. 100%. Isn't it 440,000 miles to the moon? Something like that, give or take. Quest was fun. I'm glad you liked it. It's a lot of work on that bloody thing there. Oh, B2. Oh, yeah, it's flashing in A2. Let's see if I can zoom in on this one. Right, I saw flashing around here, guys. Yeah, so but it'll be the next instalment of the quest, and then 2 weeks after that, be questing again. Hopefully that'll be different again, in the sense there's one behind me that will have like more rooms, more adventures, and yeah, we got some surprises for the quest. But it is going to be a bit of an earlier start. Oh yeah, there you go. That flashed away there. So again, staying stationary long enough to flash back to us multiple times is very, very anomalous. Oh, that's a nice green one. Everything up there should be moving, should be in motion. So what the hell is able to sit there long enough to flash back to us there? Jasper, thank you for the follow. Well, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from? And just Ricardo as well there. And I think it be too hard to see stars in space, as so much light pollution from the sun. Yeah, was you saying that earlier? I think it's a good point. You know, look, there's no hiding from the sun's light. So maybe I hadn't thought about that there. And oh, that was a cool shooting star. That was a good one. Banana, did you need that one for your stamp? They must have to time launches and re-entry to precision, as they could collide all this. They do. They really do. It's only getting harder, isn't it there? And could the space shuttle have made it to the moon? Good question. So the shuttle itself, yes and no. Like, there's no reason, space worms, why like that craft could have, in theory, survived the journey out there in the vacuum of space. I'm sure they could have fitted enough food in the payload bay. But the rocket itself that launched it up there wasn't big enough. It needed a lot more fuel to get all of that weight that far. And I don't think we had a big enough rocket to do that. There was a faint one coming in on there as well. Keep your eyes on all the movement, guys. It's a good question there. Literally, who needs NASA when we have this stream? I mean, Banana, exactly. We could do it much better and cheaper. If we landed on the moon in the 60s, but not landing or even attempting at this time, it's a good question. And, you know, many people do bring this up as a reason. But, like, I do think that the mainstream explanation is actually a reasonable one here, which is we can lose skills within one generation. Like, very, very easily. There. I mean, you know, the amount of skills that we lose when technology changes, and therefore we don't need all the people doing it manually, within a generation, all those specialists are gone, and it's very difficult. We see it in stonemasonry, we see it in engineering now, we see it in so many areas. I think in the US as well, like where, again, like a lot of Western countries outsource their manufacturing to China, like they can't even make the molds for certain pieces of equipment now, because let alone make the actual thing in a factory, they can't even design the mold because they've forgotten how to do it. Now, yeah, they could learn, but it would take a long time to relearn those skills and things. So I can kind of see that as a justifiable reason there. Flashing A2, good, spotting their car, and trouble is, we're seeing a signal being sent more than 350,000 miles away. It's amazing, isn't it, to travel that, and it's, you know, the speed of light. Was it a couple of second delay? Had your delivery yet there? I know it's early, but I'm impatient. I know I keep thinking, but it's been the bank holiday, Kate, so that's probably going to delay it slightly, but we haven't yet. I am keeping an eye out, though. So hopefully tomorrow, the post sorts itself out, and you will struggle to beat the ending of the last quest. That was an interesting one. I'm hoping, although I think the ending's probably very similar, actually, for this one round. It depends. It depends which way in the dungeon we go, because there's multiple paths through it, so it might work out very similar. I'm just hoping it's not as buggy. That was the main thing I needed to fix there. But we have got... I've got a story mode planned for the quest. And I'm very excited by it. I'm not saying any more, but it should be quite interesting. It's a bit of a mix-up, isn't it, though, of this channel's main sort of stuff there. The shooting star, it was amazing, wasn't it? That's a nice orange one there. And I think I need the other one, which I saw yesterday. Wait a minute, if you saw it yesterday... Did I stamp it? Let's have a look. A banana. Or, oh, yeah, no, you got that one yesterday. All you need is Discord now. So you need to join our Discord. And that's it. And I can get that posted to you. How you doing, Rich? Good to see you there. Artemis travels at 2,000 miles an hour, and I still can't get fast delivery of pizza there. And what if the space worms are unlit grey balls? I mean, it's possible. We do get a lot of geese flying over, constantly honking at all sorts of times of the night. So, you know, I can't discount them, but it could be there. Carbon is all computers. You're right, now it is. Yeah, and if we needed to go back to something more manual, we don't have the skills. No one uses Meccano anymore. It's a classic. If they did a Meccano Star Wars set, they would. There. And Whipdat, how are you doing there, guys? I am LJ from Newport in Wales. I had my 7th UFO sighting on Saturday, 17th March 2025. There, wow, 7th first was in 2014. Amazing. There. What sort of sightings were they? Do tell us more. I'd love to hear about that one. We are winding up in a second there because it's run us the time. But do tell us more there. Welcome aboard. My first live capture was multiple spheres and orb UOPs there. A second live capture as a huge white tube, larger than submarines. A move from E to F. Wow! Now that is pretty bloody anomalous. That is some good sightings. But these at night, that is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. It's my favourite part of it, is hearing everybody's stories there. Well, they're about to lose signal. We'll see the numbers jump up then. What are they actually going to see on the dark side of the moon without light? Well, this is the thing. If they see lights down on the surface, then we know there's something going awry. But yeah, probably not much. It's probably going to be quite dark down there. Remember stripping valve TVs. Up to no good there. Exactly, no sunlight. And managed look there. Wow, is the Earth behind the moon? Oh, you know what? Let me get onto the live. No, that's the wrong one. Oh, it's pretty dark around the back there, isn't it? Used to repair them. Yeah, conveniently after you damaged the Major Next, yeah? That's a nice little racket you had going on. Watching the live from NASA, there's the moon and another half moon in shot. Oh, that'd be interesting. Second moon. That was the big lie all along there. Oh, I think I missed that bit. Oh, no, it was behind my thing. Yeah, you can. Wow. So that's it. That shadow that you're seeing across the crescent of the Earth, if that is the Earth, there. That's what we're looking into right now. With that camera pointing up. That's crazy. 6 minutes until they lose signal on the dark side. I mean, line of sight makes sense. No, but I can fix your radiator. Hey, useful skills. And Heather, how are you doing? Thank you for the heart there. How are you doing tonight, Heather? They won't tell us. No, the camera is barely bad. It is a bit. I mean, it is around the other side of the moon, so I want to forgive them a bit. But also, the amount of money they spend, they could have put a better camera up there. Oh, just been outside. And what is the bright star in our sky? In the south, please. That is a good question. I don't know. We're looking a little bit to the west now. I'll know when I go outside. But that'd be a bit too late there. So I don't know actually there. And it's Earth, and it should use LiDAR on the dark side. Now that I wonder if they have, because they've got a few orbiters. There were some new ones. I think recent ones from other countries. So maybe they have. Oh, we've lost signal as well. We're going around the dark side of the moon there. So maybe they do that there. And I remember a woman throwing her Ferguson video at hubby for repair. That would be big back in the days as well there. Oh, I have pics and footage. Well, honestly, we've got a really cool Discord community. There should be the link in the bio for that. But there is an interesting things and a personal experiences section as well, which a lot of you guys are putting in your first-hand accounts with the phenomenon with images and videos. So I know if you do want to go to the effort and put some images and stuff in there, the community would love to see it, and I'd love to see them too over there. The Area 51 video, there have been a few. Can I do an interview with the guy who was involved in the Alien, the X-Wee Star? Oh, I don't know that one. I'm not a very good interviewer as well. I'm all for that. That's why I do the lives. I just ramble, it's fine. Having the opportunity, though, I would give it a chance there. And the new S4 Bob Lazar documentary, insane detail. So, let's bring this one up here, right? I watched that, and I was very excited for it, and it was a very, very good film. But and I enjoyed that, and I thought it made a lot of sense there. But I need a structural engineer to confirm this, because how they designed the hangars for S4, if that's real, it wouldn't support the weight above it. I think it's a flaw. I think it's an error in their detail there. So I'm like, if that's not right, what does that mean for everything else? But I need a structural engineer to confirm. I think they made an error, and I don't want it to be true because I very much like Bob, but I do have questions. Where are we? The moon and the Earth crescents look cool. I mean, you don't see an Earth-like crescent here often. It's weird to think that that's like live as well. Looking back at us now. Oh, more space bump there. They're taking photos of the dark side of the moon there. Hopefully they have some stunning pictures of all the lights on the alien bases there. They do now, don't they? They've got like the technology we have access to there. It's a brilliant white one. As soon as I go out there, I'll be able to put my phone up and figure it out. There. Oh, signal gone now, is it? Am I up to date with it? Oh, it's going. Yeah, I can just see it going behind the back of the moon now. Yeah, there we go. Signal went on my end now. There. I am not, V. I have questions. Looks brighter. How strange. Yeah. It's all gone now. Anyway, guys, I am going to go around the dark side of the moon as well. No, I'm going to come off now. I have to be on a train tomorrow. So yeah, I better go and tackle that one there. Hopefully, I'm sure we will, if the aliens get them there. But thank you everybody so much for joining us tonight. Been awesome to meet some new people as well there. We're going to be on again tomorrow night there. Let's have a look. What are we expecting to do? What is the weather looking like? It's still looking good. Yeah, it should be another good night for a Skywatch tomorrow. Oh, and Wednesday as well. Then Thursday, we're going to be doing the quest anyway. Friday? No, Friday probably be gaming there. But yeah, we'll be on hopefully for another Skywatch tomorrow night, about 9:30 PM there. Thank you so much for joining us there. Do appreciate you all there with your questions. Keep me company as we're searching the stars. We will see you all tomorrow night there.